with Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, preparing in his head all the things he's wanted to be said. 90 minutes for Phil to fill with so much time to kill, he promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and shill. The stream's online and straight away begins to wane, but all is fine as long as chat's benign and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to enjoy, like fresh when you're, but I feel sure he ran through to feel so insecure. The money earned from yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always set to stay on. His support is also slow and stays so low and fails to grow. You never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. Retrospective across the board, we charge the ward because the score can't be ignored. Just how much DSP makes us all feel so bored. To help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch it creep, we play bingo while Phil will bitch on why is she but also cheat. While DSP is chasing green, we're seeing green across our screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals our soul machine. He's not in burping, leaning, ban. It matters not if our true fans chatters can't see if others make him feel less of a man. Takes a drink and slaps his leg before launching into a bike, pretending there for bills when truth is there to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of Clawless Cat and fatty wife and all his strife while forgetting that tits are well and they were right. With drama he will react, but as an actor it's a fact as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. Pre-stream's nearly over and a win is in sight, with little white despite Phil's delight that tits were not light. We'll say alright, it is okay, and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tits will help from being off the other day, and with those words we win again. It's never if but always when the game is won, and thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hey guys, King Jat here, and welcome to DSP Bingo for what is today, Tuesday, the 8th of April 2025. I do hope you're all doing very well indeed, and I hope you're enjoying your week so far. As you can see, Phil's stream is live, he's in his chat, and he's actually talking about his own fucking DSP tries and stuff, and how it's been going on for so many years or whatever. Ignore the chat over here, this is raw Phil's chat, I'm using raw Phil today, but the chat you want to focus on, of course, is on Phil's chat there with his own messages there. He's talking about his own series here, DSP Tries It, and he even refers to it as over 200 episodes of mostly slop. This is what he has as a reward for $1,500 per goal hit, and he's calling the content mostly slop. It just shows you everything you need to know. Phil doesn't even, rate his content that highly as much of a reward, and yet he's charging his audience $1,500 to do it anyway. Like, what in the hell? And Warren says he went to the optometrist today. You've got to have cataract surgery. Oh, that's a fucking sin of all your eyes. You've been blind as fuck for a long time, to be fair, so I guess that's not the biggest surprise in the world. But hopefully I'll get sorted, in due course. Hopefully I'll get sorted soon with that. It could be worse, Warren. It could be worse. Mad Dog went to the vet on Monday to get neutered. He's lost his knackers, you know what I mean? So yeah, it could be worse. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? All things considered, at least you still got your buzz, so there is that. So yeah. So something strange happened after I went offline yesterday. We had a little stream. Phil had cancelled the podcast. There was no day stream, it seems, so I still done a stream anyway. We watched Letro's latest video. We just kind of went over his marathon stuff or whatever, and then we just, just had a bit of fun, and then we went and left. So that was it. Not long after I disappeared offline, Phil Burnell decided that he wanted to go online and have an impromptu stream where he just sat there and ate tacos as a goal reward for his 100 goals being hit. So yeah, Phil had a day stream after all. It was a belated one, there was no podcast or whatever, and yeah, quite odd, but he never hit the goal on a day stream, even though the day stream was kind of cancelled at first, and then he went back to it anyway and still did something. He only made about $75 on that day stream. And then he played this Disco Elysium on a next stream, and thanks to a sub bomb, so a kick sub bomb of 5 subs, as well as an anonymous $100 tip. Thanks to those two things, Phil barely hit the goal for Disco Elysium, and of course that means everyone loves it because the goal was hit. Because a random anonymous $100 tip. Very suspicious, I know. Let's refresh this page here, the kick ban page. Kick ban page is always fucking funny. Has I got any fresh kick bans today? Not so far, but some of the names, I was reading some of the names on here, like, Jesus Christ man, my fat wife ate my rabbit, things like that, fat wife, dead rabbit, lonely, that man met Mayan, 1651, 220, 220 real, some of these bloody names, man, and paper thin thick skin was the most recent ban from Phil Burnell. So yeah, bear in mind, these are my time zones, you know, so it says 3:25 AM, that's my time zone in the UK. So you just need to subtract that, you know, subtract 8 hours of Phil, and you get his time zone. So yeah, there's a couple of tweets to go through here and a couple of clips to go through. So I've not seen this clip yet, but Steve says, behold the power of denial. I'm kind of curious to see what this clip is.
The drunken mess as they report, but that's how they report it, right? That is correct. I do not have a full beard. I have a goatee. It's not patchy. It's just all white. It's literally all white. And so you can't really see it that well on camera, as you can see actually over here, which you've seen close up. Here we go. Right? See? Now you can actually see it. It's all white hairs. This is all pure white hair right here.
No, it's not. It's patchy.
That's why it looks like that. You know? But I don't dye it because I don't care. I age gracefully. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I'm not getting older. Soon you're going to start...
You age gracefully. Are you sure about that? You're 43, you look like you're freaking retired.
Up here, this hair, there's all white hairs in here. I don't know if you can see them, but there are. I'm starting to get all white hairs up there too.
Who fucking cares?
I'm just going to let it go. You know? Nothing I can really do about it. You get older, you get older. You know? I don't know why people run from their age. I mean, everyone's gonna get old, and everyone's gonna pass away at one point. Like, it's kind of the human condition. Better that you accept it and you learn to live with it than you just kind of deny it for your whole life, which a lot of people do. A lot of people think they're gonna live forever, and they act like that, and you're crazy. You know.
Phil doesn't dye his hair. His hairdresser does it for him. Semantics. You gotta love semantics, haven't you? A couple of our clips here. Phil has started paying for Twitter again, or X. The checkmark has returned to Phil's Twitter channel. So this is spotted by Policide Phil. Look who's back paying for Twitter after another recent rant that was a waste of money. You wanna know how recent it was? 9 days ago. 9 days ago he said it was a waste of money. With this clip here.
The blue checkmark doesn't mean anything. So I stopped paying for it, and all the ads came back in droves. So I just blocked the fuck out of all of it.
So he said it was a waste of money having the verified thing on Twitter 9 days ago, and yet lo and behold, if you go to Phil's channel, look at the check mark. There it is. There it is, that little check mark, you know. What is this? It's a verified account. This account is verified. Verified since August 2016. What the? No. Phil stopped paying for verification before then, though. Very odd for that to say verified since August 2016 when Phil stopped paying for a verification checkmark recently. I guess it's a glitch on X's end. I don't know. But yeah, jeez man. So, there are highlights. Snort Bonnell has highlights from both streams. You know, the impromptu day stream as well as a night stream. So I thought we'd enjoy it together because why the hell not? So, let's enjoy this robust compilation made by the supremely talented Snort Burnell, and of course let's go like let's make it bigger so we can enjoy it. There we go. Cinema mode. Good old YouTube.
Save the pig. What the heck? A pig with a party hat. Hello, Mr. Piggy. The Ziggy Piggy. Save the pig, the game. The whole game you're trying to save the pig's life. Hell! Oh boy, it was a good one. But essentially what happened was I partied a little too hard, as they say. You guys supported me so much yesterday, and you kept having me drink that crazy strong moonshine that, ouch.
But Phil, you set it as a goal reward. You only have yourself to blame. You overpromise and underdeliver. That's entirely your own fault then. If you couldn't handle it, you asked for that amount of money. In fact, you wanted more money than that. But you had a fucking ridiculous goal as well. Phil, you only have yourself to blame.
It hit me really hard. The guy's a fucking alcoholic or something. He won't stop guzzling. You just take the sip and move on, you fucking buffoon.
I sat up in bed and I said, oh, okay, honey. And as soon as I sat up, my head, it was like, vodoom, vodoom. Like, oh, Oh, and then it hits my stomach. You know, I was so sick to my stomach. Oh.
By the way, you'll never believe it, but Kat was also not well. She had to phone in sick to work as well. So she went and got up and then woke Phil up by saying, I'm not going to work today because I'm not well either. So they were both drinking up to the small hours, I guess. Probably just, you know, Kat smashing Phil about the place or something.
Oh, God. I haven't had a hangover like that in a very long time. I got a $5 super chat from someone called May Ann, who says, hey, great marathon yesterday. All the hallmarks of a great DSP gaming marathon, like drunk begging, crying, and excessive belching.
Yes, I mean, to be fair, all those things were present. Now look at Phil get super defensive.
Well, let's see. There was no drunk begging. There was
Yes, there fucking was. Oh, yes, there fucking was. No, you don't. There was no drunk begging. He kept, he's like, guys, $3,500 and I'll shave my goatee. And then he lowered it to $3,000 and I'll shave my goatee. And then when the support wasn't forthcoming, he's like, oh, I wasn't being serious anyway.
There was celebration because people were being so supportive of me. And I was so happy that I was expressing my gratitude and my happiness at having a great day. So yeah, actually I did tear up at one point because I was so grateful for everyone being so nice to me. I even said, you know, I didn't know what was going to happen with all the drama recently and all of that. There was a big chance I felt that there was going to be a big turnaround in attitude against me and that people were going to turn against me and not like me because I wasn't doing drama content anymore.
I love how Phil equates money as to get him being liked by people. By that logic, didn't people like him more when he was with Kino Casino? Using Phil's own logic there, by saying more money equals I'm liked. By that logic, a lot more people liked him when he was with the Kino Casino guys and he was pretending to be their friends.
And instead, it's been the opposite, especially these last couple of weeks, have been overwhelmingly over the top levels of support.
I can immediately stir up crocodile tears on a moment's notice, and every time I've ever cried in a video game playthrough or stream is fake. Everyone knows that. Crocodile tears to try to somehow get sympathy from my audience.
And it made me feel so nice and happy and you know, appreciated. So the funny part is, you could say that there was drunk begging, crying, and excessive belching, and you're probably right in all those regards.
Exactly, so don't fucking try and, you know, the person's not wrong, it's a factual observation.
But the difference is I made like over $2,000 yesterday while I was doing all of that stuff, while you're just sitting here with sour grapes actually throwing me more money the next day to try to get like a jab at me. But you paid me to do it. You're just not that smart. So thanks for a $5 super chat.
He's lost. His mind is scrambled. He doesn't have a real intelligent thought up there at this point. When he's doing this shit, he's just money, 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 man.
This is great. Another troll over on Kick says, what, do you think making $2,000 in a day makes you a legend? I don't know what it makes me, but it certainly makes me, you know, better than you.
What? So by that very logic, are Kino Casino better than Phil because they make even more than that in a day? Like Phil, I just love how tough money is an absolute be-all and end-all barometer measure level of success. It's all about the money. By that very logic, then all these super popular YouTubers and streamers and content creators are better than him simply because they make more money. Phil, he sets himself up for these things. Phil's bizarre fucking logic manipulation tactics on his own audience to try and fucking spin things to suit his own narrative comes back to haunt him again because Phil's logic here is, oh, I guess I'm better than you because I made more money than you.
I'm not the one sitting in my chat so upset that I had a good day yesterday that I have to sit there and be all pissy about it. Like, you could be doing anything else with your life right now. You could go be doing productive, positive things, but instead you're sitting here all upset that I had a good day yesterday. So, you know, for the record, your tears are very tasty. So, you know, that's what I have here. Fresh brewed, sad boy hater tears from yesterday being such a good day. And let me tell you.
Oh my God, he's drinking Hulk Hogan's sperm? Now, we didn't hit the $3,500 goal, so I didn't shave my beard. We could have done that and had the record highest stream ever, so you really let me down in that regard.
You see, and that's the thing. So I say that, right? And it's obviously a joke.
No, it's not, Phil. You really fucking wanted to try and fucking prove to your audience and the internet in general that you didn't need Kino Casino to be successful. You didn't need Kino Casino to get massive amounts of fucking income. You wanted to surpass the amount of money you made with Kino when you fucking done that RTU stream. You wanted to fucking beat that so badly just to prove a point. Instead, the point that was proven was that you couldn't get that much money without Kino Casino's influence. They were the ones that fucking got you all the more money. They were the ones that fucking carried you to more fucking money. And as time goes on, Phil, you are losing more and more and more money. The money, the whales are starting to fucking dry up. OIC can't get his fucking multiple credit cards to fucking work anymore when he's trying to give you 100 sub bombs. They're all being denied on his multiple fucking soccer accounts, you know what I mean? It's like, Phil, you are heading for a crash, just like the world economy in general. We're heading for recessions, we're heading for a fucking crash, and meanwhile Phil is blindly stumbling his way towards an absolute financial meltdown and crash when it comes to his own streams and content. He's going to have to accept the reality of the situation, that maybe $50 per stream is acceptable after all.
But the people out there are so dumb who don't like me, they actually think I'm being serious. Like, there was no fucking way yesterday I was gonna hit $3,500 of support in one stream. No way was I looking for that or expecting it. But it was a running joke. Oh, I'll shave my beard and we'll do that. But then they actually report on it like it's factually, oh yeah, see, he really was going for that. And you say,
I mean, Phil, so why do we say those things? Because you said it. Our source of information, Phil Burnell. And it's all very well and fucking good saying, oh, Phil Burnell fucking says after the fact he was being joking and facetious about it. Like, this is like, this makes no fucking sense, Phil. It's all fucking very well to pretend. Like, so what would have happened then had $5,500 come your way? Would you have given it back? I said, no, guys, I didn't mean to make that much money. It was all a running joke. No, don't do that. Would you have actually shaded off? Phil, don't be fucking ridiculous. You were determined. You were dead fucking set on trying to beat the Kino Casino. Try to prove that you didn't fucking need them to make as much money as you did that fucking time. And lo and behold, what did you fucking prove, Phil? You do need them to be quite successful when it comes to streaming. In terms of like making bank anyway. You won't make as much money ever again because the Kino Casino are no longer in your fucking corner.
So dumb. I was so grateful for anything that I got, and then I ended up having an insanely great day.
He was so grateful for everything he fucking got, and yet on this one stream he done during the fucking day, $75 was a failed day for him, and he said as much later on. He only got given $2,000 the previous fucking day. He had this kind of shorter day stream where he fucking stuffed his face full of fucking tackles and expected to be given tons of money for it. And he made $75, so that was a failed day stream by his own logic and narrative that he said later on that day. Grateful my arse.
Excuse me. These people are just fucking nuts, you know? They only want to believe what proves their narrative. They selectively report things. So
There's the things that you said. You said those things. No, hold on. So Phil says something. You know, Phil says he'll do something for X amount of money. We mention, oh, look at Phil saying he'll do something for X amount of money. Then when Phil doesn't get that money, he's like, well, I was joking. Because Phil didn't hit the goal, it was a joke and it wasn't a serious fucking thing. Isn't that super fucking convenient for him? Isn't that just perfect for Phil's own boring narrative, you know? It's like, Phil, why do you constantly try and move the goalposts on the things that you say which are easily debunkable? This is the same person that 9 days ago said it was a waste of money paying money to X to get a verified tick in your check in your account, and lo and behold, today Phil has his tick back. Phil is paying for X once again. Oh, it's Phil live. Balls! I didn't realise Phil was live. I was just rewind. What's today's? Okay, we'll just leave them there for now. Hold on, we'll just play a wee bit and balls. So we'll leave them there for now, and of course we'll make sure it's on 1.5 speed. Right, let's enjoy the rest of this Not Banal compilation. I'm getting too I'm ranting too much.
Selectively talk about things. They edit things to be what they're not. They're just out of their minds. And the fact that anyone actually watches or listens to their crap is so fucking ludicrously stupid. You've got to be one of the biggest dunces on the planet. And sadly, the problem is there's a lot of dunces now. Humanity as a whole is getting dumber and dumber and finding entertainment in garbage stuff that's not real. It's not even...
I love how most attractive content is essentially just things that Phil is saying and doing. So the content that he is fucking criticising is the fundamental root of the content is him.
Real stuff. It's not like, oh, Phil did this horrible thing, let's make fun of him. The horrible thing didn't even happen. Right? Oh, Phil was a drunken mess and crying at the end of his stream. No, I was definitely inebriated, but I was having a great time and I was so grateful for everything that had happened.
Well, Phil, most people are having a great time. Don't start, blowing crocodile tears. You know what I mean? Usually that's a sign of like, oh, I'm really sad and I'm drunk. And like the tears when really drunk are usually reflecting on a very sad thing. You did not sound happy whatsoever, Phil. It was like a strange amount of copium, like drunken copium went on during that marathon.
It was tears of joy and gratefulness. That's different than he was a blubbering, depressed, drunken mess as they report, but that's how they report it, right?
We can only report on what we see. To us in general, to the internet in general, you look like a depressed, blubbering Phil. A drunken Phil, sorry.
Phil's blowing his money on DoorDash. Phil's blowing his money on mobile games. Phil's blowing his money on gin. That's where my money goes every fucking month.
That is correct. I do not have a full beard. I have a goatee. It's not patchy. It's just all white. It's literally all white. And so you can't really see it that well on camera, as you can see actually over here, which you've seen close up. Here we go. Right? See? Now you can actually see it. It's all white hairs.
I look disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting.
Oh, this is all pure white hair right here. That's why it looks like that. You know? But I don't dye it, because I don't care. I age gracefully. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I'm not...
Phil doesn't dye his hair, his hairdresser does for him. It was seen as already on Twitter. It's included in this compilation as well.
Getting older. Soon you're going to start seeing it up here. This hair, there's all white hairs in here. I don't know if you can see them, but there are. I'm starting to get all white hairs up there too. I'm not going to do anything about that. I'm just going to let it go. You know? Nothing I can really do about it. You get older, you get older. Listen, see, here's one of them. Here's one of the people who can't handle reality, so they have to try to spin it in a toxic way. Over on K. You literally hide in your house 6 days a week. I hide? What are you talking about?
All right, guys, I'm not gonna lie. I'm paranoid, anxious, and nervous. Maybe I'm paranoid by nature. Elongated Coconut tip the dollar says, are you paranoid when you go out in public? No, not at all. No. I'm not. I don't care about any of that shit. In public, I don't pay attention to what most of the people are doing. It's about what myself and my wife are doing. I don't, worry, oh no, someone's going to recognize me and do something stupid. No, I'm not worried about it at all.
I leave my house every day. I walk through the neighborhood. I go for walks. I check the mail. I say hello to my neighbors.
No, there's no way Phil does any of this. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way that actual fucking sunlight is hitting this piggy's skin every single fucking day.
Friendly with them. All right? What am I hiding from? I'm here because I have to work. I literally work 6 days a week from home. The days that I don't work, I'm out doing stuff. Every day that I'm not working, I'm out. Whether it's going out and running errands, grocery shopping, appointments, or it's a day out with my wife where we get to spend a nice day out shopping, eating at a restaurant.
I don't personally believe this, you know what I mean? There's no way Phil was out every single day being like a functional human being in society. I don't believe that for a second. Hey, Ramon Sanchez, how you doing, pal? There's no way. There's no way. Steven is saying that's what he's thinking about when he says he goes out for daily and goes for walks and speaks to his neighbours the brief period of a few minutes when he goes to the mail. So that's like what? Like 3 minutes of outdoor activity, and Phil's like, I'm so busy. I went and walked all the way to the mail, I went outside for a walk, I went and collected my mail, I greeted my neighbours, I said hello, I waved to them, they waved back, and it's like he explains the most mind-numbing minutiae of detail. He just fucking really just over-exaggerates. So this is incredible, such a busy, robust day. I had to put my left foot forward, and then after that I had to put my right foot forward, and then again and again. And I had to make sure I didn't forget which one I put forward first in case I fell over.
Something, walking around, just whatever. Whenever I don't have to be here, I'm not here. But I have to be here as much as I am because it's my job and I work a lot, and that's why I can afford this lifestyle.
And the Kino are more successful than you, so they can afford to take multiple days off and only stream a few days a week. Which you criticise. Like, you have no choice. Phil's trying to fucking say I've got a better work ethic because I work 6 days a week. Phil streams 6 days a week, so his work ethic is far better than everyone else's. He has no choice but to stream 6 days a week. His over exuberant lifestyle, his expensive habits, his addictions to WWE champions, and to a lesser extent, total wine purchases and fucking DoorDashing like crazy. All these things add up. There are a lot of fucking money, there are a financial fucking drain. And so there's no fucking... So this is why Phil streams every single fucking day, because he has no choice to, because the lifestyle he lives means, like, Phil should be living a far more comfortable lifestyle. But he is refusing to live within his means. He can't accept living within his means, especially after fucking recent success in the last several months of Casino brought him. Do you think Phil wants to fucking go back to accepting $50 per stream? Hell no. His little fucking tiny pea brain won't allow it. His ridiculous pride won't allow it. He needs to be seen as being successful. He can't go back the way. He can't go backwards in terms of the support he thinks he deserves every single fucking day from his dumbass dentheads following him. And yes, Sonic, I heard that people spun a rumour and made PWR convinced that DSP is suing him. I don't think Phil's actually suing him, but PWR seems convinced that Phil is suing him, so the meltdown from that is a bit funny, but at the same time, nothing will come of it. I don't think, it's like, PWR is a bizarre individual to be involved with the Phil stuff, but at the end of the day, they don't seem to have much of an impact on Phil, if that makes sense. But I can't see much happening to Phil regardless of what PWR does. I mean, so is it entertaining on its own right? It's quite funny, you know what I mean? But I don't think it'll affect Phil in any way whatsoever, because I don't think Phil cares about PWR, even fucking knows who he fucking is properly.
Maybe if you actually worked, you'd have a good lifestyle too. But that's the problem. You probably sit on your lazy ass watching my streams, crapping on me, when in reality you're the one that's picking his fucking scab-riddled face, right? Probably smells like ass.
So Phil was streaming at this point. So at this point in time, right? So Phil started streaming 9 p.m. It was like 9:30 my time. So it's like 1:30 in the afternoon for Phil Burnell is when he started streaming in Seattle. And so most people, of course, most functional adults at that time of the day, in his area anyway, are working, you'd think, because it's the middle of the fucking week, it's a fucking, it's a Monday, you know what I mean? So it's the start of the working week, Monday. Most people have a fucking job or whatever, they're a full-time fucking career or whatever, And here he is, so Phil, it's like, he's trying to criticise a person for fucking, saying something in the stream and being there and pointing out, but he relies on his audience at this point in time, he relies on people that are either, unemployed, or I mean, the kids are in school as well at this point in time, aren't they? Or are they off for fucking Easter? I don't know. It's just crazy to me. It's absolutely insanity. He's trying to criticise his audience, so, someone in his audience, for being there at this point in time watching him stream. You're not working because you're here, and, like, look who's fucking talking.
Like a fucking stinky sock, hasn't showered in a few days, been picking your nose, sitting there hating on people, typing on your key, you feel stream sucks, he drank, dude. Do something with your life, and maybe then you won't be jealous of others who are successful. Ever think of that?
What the fuck? Are you fucking serious?
You wouldn't have to. You wouldn't have to sit around being unsuccessful and so upset with yourself that you have to try to degrade others and bring them down to feel good. You don't. You could just do good things with your life, then you don't have to bring others down to feel good. Get it? But I mean,
but Phil, you're bringing them down to make yourself feel better. Your logic has broken there because you're literally doing your utmost best to bring this person down in order to feel superior about yourself.
It's harder. That's the problem. There's effort, intelligence, there's all these things that are required to do that, and obviously you don't have it, so that's why you sit there picking your nose, smelling like fucking ass.
And does he not understand the double standard that's going on here? So he's telling him, don't bring others down to feel better about yourself, and he's doing the exact same goddamn thing right then and there, thinking he's above this sort of thing.
That's like me, right? That's like me. I actually work. People will say, Phil's a hypocrite, and Phil he's not self-aware. Thank you for watching. Thanks for chilling with me. This is just an impromptu stream. I appreciate y'all just coming and hanging out.
Aye, the bastard fucking done it, after I finished bingo, which wasn't a bingo, I know, but still, because Phil wasn't there. But then, not long after I finished, so Phil's like, I'm going to do an impromptu stream. It's like, you wee bastard. He waited. So as soon as we're included the night stream highlights as well, yeah, okay, it does it. Okay, so there's more of a compilation to go. But including night stream as well. Big up Snort Burnell for a robust full day compilation.
Tonight we get back on track with Disco Elysium. If you're not interested in that, tomorrow we will have our first podcast of the week. Plus, we will have the premiere of South of Midnight, new game coming out on Game Pass. Thanks, guys, for the early support. Let's get some support going here tonight. Let's hit that goal. We have hit our goal every time we played this game so far in the first 3 streams. So let's hit that goal again a 4th time. And thanks to you guys for chilling. Disgusting beggar.
Guys, ladies and gentlemen, listen up. I just received a $100 tip.
Why don't you back it up with a source?
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
I'm glad to see you're still playing Disco Elysium. Thank you for the stream. You are welcome. $100 tipper for Disco Elysium. Wow.
Why would I lie?
I imagine it's like breathing for you.
Wow. So where is my $100 tip animation? There it is. Thank you so very, 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 very much for that incredibly generous contribution.
I mean, the lack of emotion. No sign of like surprise or joy. I was like, wow, that's what I expect. No, how? Either he has now been conditioned, like $100 to him emotionally is a normal thing which requires no excitement levels whatsoever. Either it's that, or alternative course is he's fucking lying. A random, mysterious, anonymous $100 whale Mary tip out of fucking nowhere to help fucking boost the stream extravagantly to fucking get great numbers already. It's a bit sus. It's a bit fucking sus, isn't it? All I know is like it's not happened to me a lot. It's happened to me a couple of times. Getting like 100 smackaroos and a tip or whatever. I'm always fucking like flabbergasted. Like it's like, what the fuck? This can't be fucking, what are you fucking doing or what? So I'm always like, thank you, but that's a lot of fucking money. Are you sure about that? But Phil, it's like fucking just like water off a fucking duck's back. It's like no big fucking deal. He barely breaks his fucking stride. It's about time, whatever. You know, it's like, here you can see there's no. Again, look at the lack of emotion, like the lack of excitement or whatever.
$100 tip. I'm glad to see you're still playing Disco Elysium. Thank you for the stream. You are welcome. $100 tipper for Disco Elysium. Wow.
No fucking excitement or passion or whatever. Just like, guys, I'm so close to the next goal now. Thanks to the incredible. No, nothing. Just going through the fucking motions.
So where is my $100 tip animation? There it is. Thank you so very, 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 very much for that incredibly generous contribution.
I had to lie about things because I had to protect my ego. Every time I say something, it ends up being false. Is anyone alive on YouTube chat? Are you guys all right over there? You okay? Do you guys need do you need a coffee, or should I get you a pillow or bedtime story or something? You guys are like dead quiet over there. What is
a bedtime story? Are you insinuating that all your fucking fans are children, Phil?
going on?
I do want to get up and walk around, guys, just to get the blood flow and stretch my legs a little bit. That is correct, Liam. We are $16 away from hitting our goal for the night. This would be the fourth straight Disco Elysium stream that we would hit our goal. If we do that, it would also get us one closer to the next DSP tries it. It would be great to hit it tonight. So, if you could, please support the stream tonight. Let's hit that goal. Only 16 bucks away in another hour of stream. That's an easy hit for us, right? Okay.
I can't just never mention money and contributions. That means I will go out of business. The premiere of South of Midnight, game that the only way you've been able to play it is if you basically paid for it to play it early, which I wasn't going to do. It's on Game Pass as of tomorrow. So we're going to check that out for the first time and see how it is. And then tomorrow night, we're more Pirate Yakuza chill as we continue on with the main plot line, which we've been focusing on and actually making good progress in. All right. So great day today. Sorry we didn't do a full day of streaming, but I hope you enjoyed the DSP tries it.
It's kind of funny, actually. So the $100 tip is probably fucking fake. This is actually roughly the same amount of money Phil made a day after his 5 Nights at Freddy's marathon. Remember, Phil had an experiment that day to not ask for money and not beg. He actually fucking done it was a very rare, strange breath of fresh air for Phil not to actually beg as much, or beg at all even, that day. And Phil says, oh, look what happens when I don't beg for money. I don't get the money. And here today, without that fake $100 tip priming the fucking jar, it meant the whole entire day Phil got $124, which is kind of normal for a day after a marathon.
Thank you again for allowing me to hit my goal tonight with Disco Elysium. Tomorrow we get back to a full and fun day of gameplay. Sound good? Oh, it was a slow night. Maybe you mention it once casually, just so people are aware the option is there to contribute, and it's, if it's been slow, just to make it apparent, and that's it. You leave it at that.
Jesus Christ, guys. Can you imagine that any content creator? Well, guys, the bingo stream's been on for like a while now. It's like, hint. Fuck off. You tell me shut the fuck up and get on with the bingo. But Phil's not. Maybe you mention it once so your audience, who aren't very savvy, need to be reminded that you can actually give money to that content creator if you so fucking desire.
If you harp on it constantly, that's when people are going to be negative towards you. That's when you're going to get all these memes about you on the internet, like some streamers recently have had.
Like you.
Of asking and demanding things of their viewers. Okay? That's why you don't do that. It's fucked up.
I can't believe there's a club that exists of us online of Phil saying don't fucking overly ask for money.
There's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me it's WWE Champions time. I love it. I love it.
And I love that ending as well. I say that ending never gets old. So yeah, big ups to Snort Banel for that. Good compilation. Fantastic stuff indeed. Link to Snort Banel's compilation I've just watched there in the channel. Is in the chat to you guys. Want to check out for yourselves. Guys, we must now focus on Bingo. God, look at Raw Phil's chat go. It's crazy compared to Phil's fucking chat. But then again, Phil's stream was paused, so yeah. Still, let's focus on the bingo, shall we? And of course, to play bingo, we're going to the bingo number for the bingo card. So let's see, the fourth number in chat I see, the fourth number will be the number I use for today's bingo. The fourth number. No pressure, but yeah, make it a good one. The fourth number. So number one was Mark. Mark said this for, so that's not it. Agent 00 was second. Call Me Astro was third. Diablo Aura Darkness was fourth. Diablo Aura Darkness was fourth. He said 8, so that is the bingo number we're going to have for today's stream. And there we go. This is the bingo card we have for today's show. We need Phil to say and do the following. We need Phil to say honest, engagement, nonsense, support, and unique. The second row is Phil saying stress, variety, him butchering a word, him saying now, and reality. The third row is Phil saying okay, comment, birthday, content, and either him talking about or messing about with his RGBs. The fourth row is Phil saying on demand, him scratching his moustache, him saying allowed to explain it is what it is and fuck. And the fifth and final row is Phil talking about food, him bumping a microphone, him making that annoying T sound that we all fucking love to have him hear. Him saying obviously, and finally him saying business. So there we go, good stuff indeed. So we need Phil to say all these things. If Phil says all 25 of these things, or does all 25 of these things, we'll add $10 to that bingo prize fund, which is below the bingo board, as you can see there, sitting at 142 buckaroos. Of course, there's a variety of ways for us to get free spaces to help us on our way to a full house. For example, if Phil burps, sips or snorts 10 times before he starts recording for his shitey gameplay, that gives us all a free space. For every 6 minutes and 40 seconds that Phil begs, that too gives us a free space. And why is it 6 minutes and 40 seconds? Because we watch Phil at 1.5 speed. If you multiply 6 minutes and 40 seconds by 1.5, you get 10 minutes. So, well, it's 6 minutes and 40 seconds at our time. In reality, it's 10 minutes of Phil begging, if that makes sense. So that's why it's that. So every 6 minutes and 40 seconds, we also get a free space. For every 5 new or rejoining members to the bingo stream, that also gives a free space for every 5 we have. And finally, the best way, in my opinion, for us to get free spaces, if we get 50 likes on a stream, that is 1 free space. If we get 75 likes on a stream, that is 2 free spaces. And if we get 100 likes on this bingo stream before I finish playing bingo, not only is that free spaces, but you guys also get to enjoy the bubble animation made by the supremely talented Pixar Animations to celebrate the 100 likes on stream. And because we got 50 likes yesterday, we're going to carry that over, that 1 free space, towards today's bingo stream. So we're already starting off today with a fucking free space carried over from the 50 likes from yesterday's stream. So there we go, good stuff indeed. I think I've covered all the bases now at Jazz. I'm trying to think, is there anything else? Yeah, I'll let Phil explain it.
Well, hello everyone, Phil Burnell here, letting you know about King Jad's Bingo and Marbles gameplay on YouTube. Now, you need to leave a post in the community tab to enter, and that's it. A lucky winner will be picked by playing Marbles at the end of the month. It is just that easy. Any mouth drooling idiot can do it.
Thank you, DSP. Yeah, piece of shit, as Phil says. You know, you got to leave a comment on that Q&A post if you want a chance of winning half of that bingo prize fund. You got to win it, as the old saying goes. And that bingo prize fund, remember, is made up of a variety of different things. Every Friday, for example, we try and add some more money to that bingo prize fund by trying to complete these very challenging marble courses. And for every marble course we complete, it adds $10 to that bingo prize fund. We win a bingo every time we get a full house in bingo. We get $10 more added to the bingo prize fund as well. A quarter of the income I make on YouTube alone goes towards that bingo prize fund as well, so the better support I get, the bigger that bingo prize fund will grow. And finally, of course, tips. 100% of tips I get during streams go towards that bingo prize fund as well. So there we go. That's all the ways the bingo prize fund can grow. And at the end of the month, of course, we have a marble race to determine who gets to win half of that bingo prize fund. Now, I think I've covered all the bases. The only thing left me to do is just to press the random Scottish soundboard button to send us off into battle once more.
Fuck's sake, Jesus! Christ.
And on that note, it's time bingo. Good luck, everybody. Here we fucking go.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the show, and welcome back to some normalcy, because after the podcast being offline for several days, today we're back into a normal schedule. And we've got a good amount to talk about, including more updates about the Switch 2 that are bad, if you can believe it. But in addition, we are getting back into the swing of things here, and we've had so much support over the last week, it looks like we may actually have DSP Tries It 2 days in a row. I don't think that's ever happened before. So we may have an unprecedented thing happening today. We'll talk a little bit about that. Plus, some updates, because people now really want me to play Minecraft after me not getting to it during my birthday marathon. So we'll talk about that making that happen by the end of the week. And lots of chill vibes. Finally, today we'll be able to just kind of sit back and have a normal day instead of the craziness that's been going on so far this week. So get ready for some fun. It's time for the Level 1 podcast.
A lot of things ticked off straight away on the board. Very good stuff indeed. So, yeah. Remember, guys, if I miss anything on the... I don't think Phil said birthday yet, did he? Did Phil say birthday yet? He actually said birthday, but I'm sorry. I was thinking to myself as well that I was like, this is probably the last day we should have birthday in there. He said birthday marathon, okay, that's all I was listening out for it as well, and I missed it. This is what I'm saying. If I miss things, guys, please, by all means, let me know in the chat, type in the chat if I miss anything. That was actually quite a busy start to the for an intro. We got 6 things ticked off straight away. That's an incredible start. That might be the best start I've ever had to a bingo. To have 6 things ticked off straight away immediately. Yeah, but there you go. Good stuff indeed. But yeah, remember, if I miss things, please let me know by all means. Don't be afraid to just let me know. And let's fast forward past this crappy intro, and then we can get back on with the bingo. So yeah, that's it. 6 down, 19 to go. Plus we got that free space, of course, remember. So yeah, we're on our way. Great start so far to the bingo card.
Alrighty, everyone. Good morning, and welcome to the Level 1 podcast for Tuesday, the 8th of April, 2025. As you can see, we already have a special guest. Mr. Jasper Kitty is here in the office to say hello to everyone live on the show.
Shut up, bitch!
And today we get back on track into a regular schedule of normalcy. We try to figure out exactly what's coming up. Cat here stuck on the mic. We're trying to figure out what is coming up when, because right now everyone's confused, including me, because we had the birthday marathon, and then yesterday we got thrown off and lost a stream, and let's figure all of that out today and get back into a normal schedule, shall we? But before we even begin with all of that, there's a couple things to talk about. First off, I'm not sure what's going on over on Kick. I've been told in the last 24 to 48 hours that Kick is having issues. That I guess what happened was the Kick app updated. And when the app updated, everyone is upset. People are saying that it's not running properly. People are having a hard time joining. People are having a hard time chatting. I'm not really sure. So I don't know what to say about that. But hopefully it's not a long-standing issue. Usually Kick chat is popping. Like, people are using emotes and going crazy in there. And I've noticed in the last couple of days it slowed down significantly. When I ask, people are like, yeah, it seems like there are issues with Kick. I don't know
Who fucking
what
cares?
they are, like, or why they're being caused. I haven't changed anything. I even noticed last night Kickbot wasn't working properly. Like, does anyone know, are the commands on Kickbot even working?
Who fucking
I don't know. We
cares?
were trying to use commands last night, and the commands weren't working. And I pay the premium Kickbot. Like, I have the premium subscription to Kickbot, so we have commands, and the commands weren't even activating. So it seems like there's just a big problem going on over on Kick. Hopefully things will get better today. It is what it is. The Kick streaming, I'm sticking with it, and hopefully, I do have a viewer base over there. It just sucks if there we go. Okay, they are working again. People just tested. I have to fix that. Someone tried the goal command, and the goal command was wrong. I have to fix that, because we hit 100 goals during the marathon on Sunday, my birthday marathon, which means that we unlocked the DSP Tries at taco time, which we did yesterday on this stream. Okay, so guess what? As of right now, we are at 109 goals hit out of 110. Because last night on the Disco Elysium stream, we hit the goal. All right, we are 1 goal away from another reward. And you might say, well, wait, you just did a reward yesterday. Well, yeah, this is weird, obviously. The crazy support I got in the last week, particularly because my birthday stream, did so well. That's why we're going so crazy right now. All right, so it's funny because first off, someone just said in chat, with the way things are going, do you think about maybe stretching out your rewards more or doing different rewards? And listen, I am all ears when it comes to, doing different things. If you guys would like a different reward, I'd like to hear your suggestion. For example, we did the Lego nights last month as a different kind of reward, right? And I think that worked well, doing a Lego night instead of worrying about DSP Tries It. We don't always have to do DSP Tries It. We can alternate, but then we have to come up with other ideas. And I think what's really happened here was within a 2-week span, all right, my birthday and the 100 goals hit happen at the same time. Obviously, we're not going to do 2 marathons. That's not going to work. Marathon works because it's something we do like once a month. It's something special. It's usually themed. You guys usually have a part in choosing what we do during these marathons, and then people come out and really support. You're not going to get that much support and that much buy-in and that much engagement if you do a marathon every single day. You know what I mean? So that's why we have to keep them sparing. So we're doing constant marathons. That's why we're not doing the second one this week. Obviously, probably the next one will be at 150 goals, which I guess this one will be 50 goals.
I just want to point out that, so remember, the goal is meant to be a reward for all the incredible support he receives, right? You guys gave me this much support, I'm going to reward you. Oh wait, I can't reward you with that because I need far more support than usual for doing that particular reward. The reward for you guys is to give me tons more money than usual because it's a special event. Isn't that wonderful for your audience? Like, oh, Jesus Christ. This is such a bad look for you. When you break it down, what Phil is doing, just, I mean, I'm not even trying to put some sort of detractor spin in it. This is literally what his rewards are all about. Like, guys, like, oh, I can't do this particular reward because I'm going to need to guarantee I get tons of support for it. But the reward has happened in the first place because you got support. The reward was unlocked by the audience because they supported you. And you're refusing to, like, do this reward because, oh, I need to guarantee money for myself. You just got the money. The goal is the reward for the audience because they give you money. I don't know. It's just, you cannot, I mean, sometimes that kind of goes over people's heads, I think. That, like, it's like greed on top of greed on top of greed on top of greed. It's like Phil has surpassed double dipping. He's like fucking, like, quad dipping at this point in time.
Goals because we hit the reset button when we hit 100. So now we're at 9 out of 10, right? So let's see how things go. But the thing is, I really feel like these last 2 weeks, the reason we hit so many goals is because it was my birthday and everything. I think it's going to slow down now. Like after today, I don't foresee hitting 10 goals again for like another week. In which case, if we do another DSP tries it in another full week, then it's fine. But I get it. We did one yesterday, and now all of a sudden I might do one today. That's kind of weird, right? Anyway, so let's talk. We're at 9 out of 10 goals, and today on this stream, we're doing something interesting. We're trying a new game called South of Midnight. It's a Microsoft Studios game that we all saw at first several months ago in one of these game events, and it looked interesting, right? The gameplay almost looked like a hybrid platformer action game. It kind of looked like almost Infamous, and the art style and plot looked pretty interesting. Reviews are out and mixed. You might say, well, I don't get it. If the game comes out today, why are all these reviews out? Because they did this stupid thing that I really don't like. What they did is they made it so that if you pay extra, you play the game early. I really don't like that. Oh, I paid like $20 extra, so now I get to play the game on Thursday instead of like Tuesday, but it's a Game Pass game. But then why am I going to pay extra? Like I've done that before and gotten burned. Remember when we played Starfield and I paid extra for it? What a waste of time that was, right? So we're going to see today. I think a lot of people have been waiting to see about this game if they want to check it out or not. And in this case, this is something that I know is some of the added value when I play a game like this, that people are kind of on the fence with their opinions, that I can show you, you know, for the first time in a lot of cases, if a game is good or not. So this should be an interesting stream. I wonder by the end of today, will I like it or not? I don't know. But we're doing a new game, all right? And usually, typically, when we play a new game, support's pretty good and we hit a goal. So if we hit the goal today of 150 bucks raised, by the end of this stream, we're doing another DSP Tries It. That's right. And I came up with it on the fly. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be doing something that I have not done in over 12 years.
Who fucking
Are you ready?
cares?
So, I'm on the wrong side of the screen. Yes, I am. Because I did, we were playing Disco Elysium, and the camera needs to be in a different spot for that. Let's get to the correct spot. Here we are. So, ladies and gentlemen, what you're looking at right now is my DSP Reacts channel. And we're looking at old videos.
Who fucking
I remember
cares?
that a very long time ago, I had done Little Caesars Pizza. It was actually one of the first consistent DSP Tries Its that I had ever done. Back then, the series was done very sporadically. And as you can see, DSP Tries It episode 15, Little Caesars Hot and Ready 3 Meat Treat Pizza. I did this episode when Little Caesars had just opened in my local neighborhood in Connecticut. Back then, I only filmed in 720p quality because I was using a handheld camcorder, as you can see. And back then I was part of Machinima, so that's why I had that Machinima intro that we just skipped. Hello and welcome everyone, DSP here, and welcome. Remember to the old school content I used to do? Holy crap. So this is my old place in Connecticut.
5 in a row. That's concerning.
To get my condo, I had the table that would fold up and elevate in front of me, and I would usually eat all my meals right there on that table. As you can see, there's the Stein that I just had last week. Remember I did my April Fool's joke a week ago? And I showed the Stein, so there it is. And this is how I used to film all my content. As you can see right there, there's a microphone and everything. This was just after I'd started direct capture, because I started direct capture in 2013. I think it was February, and this was April of 2013.
Welcome to another episode of DSP Tries It. Today we're going to try out something that I admittedly have been intrigued by for several months. Now, Little Caesars used to be one of these, fast food chain pizzerias from back in like the 1980s, okay? And
I remember all the ads on TV, the pizza, and then they like disappeared, and then they reopened later.
Who
so
fucking
that's what I was
cares?
trying, like, is this any good
Who
all these years
fucking
later?
cares?
Okay.
Who
Here it is. I'm just
fucking
curious. I want to see what it was.
cares?
Again, this was 12 years ago in Connecticut.
Who
Was it any good?
fucking
so that's not
cares?
bad, to be honest. Now,
Who fucking
the
cares?
big reveal.
Oh god, wait. Past DSP said honest. Not current live DSP, but past DSP said honest. They would count it. It's on the board. It's not... like, this feels weird. This is like DSPception. I'm not sure if I should count it or not. Like, Phil said it, but it's not current Phil. Most people are saying no. Okay, fair enough. Okay, I'll only add it if current Phil says it, not past Phil. Okay, fair enough. I just thought I'd ask and get it cleared up. You know what I mean? Yeah, the integrity of the card must be preserved. Fair enough. I just thought I'd ask and offer is not. Yeah. I just thought I'd offer. But yeah. There's there's no conclusive consensus or whatever. I mean, some people are saying yes, some people are saying no. But when there's a split, was an obvious clear split, then I think we'll just stick to having current Phil. We won't try and change anything. It has to be current live DSP that says it and does it all.
Done. So that's not bad, to be honest. Now, the big reveal. So this is what Little Caesars pizza looks like now, and it is hot. It's warm.
So to be honest, taking a look at this now, it actually doesn't look that bad.
Burger.
Like, by today's 2025 standards, this pizza doesn't look that bad. Back then, I remember saying, oh, it's not very good. But actually looking at it now, compared to how bad food has become in the last 12 years, I don't actually think this looks so bad. So here we go.
As you can see, the cheese is melted.
Keep in mind, this is the 3-meat treat pizza. So this is what? Pepperoni, sausage, and I think meatball. So it's way too much meat. If I get this, I'm not getting 3 meat. Hell no.
However, it is kind of white. Surprisingly, why is the cheese so white? Usually cheese on a pizza is more yellowish. And it has pepperoni, it has crumpled bacon, and sausage.
Oh,
so 3 different kinds of meat on the pizza, as you can see.
Oh, man.
All right, so for $8,
So, hold
and
on.
10 minutes.
Do you think that in 2013, okay, when I did this, DSP Tries It, did you think that I knew in 12 years into the future, I'd be rewatching this episode of DSP Tries It live on a podcast that I do every day?
Who
with
fucking cares?
Special effects and high quality, probably,
Who fucking
no.
cares?
To me, back then, I was just fucking around. Even though it was my job and everything at this point, because I'd already been doing this full-time for 2 years.
Burger.
To me, it was just a joke, like, just messing around here. I'm gonna buy a pizza, I'm gonna film it. By the way, this video had 44,000 views.
Who
So
fucking
this made me back
cares?
then probably around $80, something like that. So I went there and I spent, what, like less than $10 on a pizza, and I made $80.
It's interesting that Phil would actually reveal that information. So basically, Phil is trying to imply that for every 10,000 views, he got like so Phil got $10 per 5,000 views. That's what he's saying. Like 5,000 views is like like $5 for him. That's not right. I'm trying. Sorry, not even that actually. It seems like. So he got $80 for 40,000 views. Fucking meme math fail. I'm just trying to break it down in a fundamental level. So yeah. So yeah, 40 so yeah. $80 for 40,000 views though. That's what he's saying here.
On the video. That's how it was back then. Pretty crazy, huh?
So waiting, was it worth it? Is it a good pizza or is it crap? We're about to find out. We're definitely about to find out, okay?
Awful audio quality of the camera.
Okay, my beverage of choice when I eat pizza. So there you go. The piece of pizza is out. As you can see, it is a thinner crust, but it is a little bit on the doughy side. It's not like a hard, crispy crust, but it is a thinner crust. All right,
I think,
everyone,
if I remember, I just said it was okay. I don't think I hated it, but I didn't like it either.
Go. I'm gonna try it. Little Caesars 3-meat treat pizza.
This is all a bag, by the way. This is all part of the same bag, so that's why a bag count is still on.
Oh, I can tell you this immediately. Take a look at the plate. A big smear of grease. And look at the box. Oh man, that means my table here is going to be completely covered in grease when I'm done here.
Oh no.
So the pizza is very greasy. Flavor.
Personally, I don't mind a bit of grease on pizza, you know. I don't mind it. You know, it's to me, pizza is a fucking... You're not eating pizza to be fucking healthy. It's a fucking, like, unhealthy, nice treat to give yourself. So fucking let it be a wee bit of grease and all that shit, as long as it's fucking tasty, you know what I mean? It's just like, you don't want to be holding fucking grease, you know what I mean? But a wee bit's not bad. Prophet says what's even more amazing, he's stating he made $80 and bought a $10 pizza to show on stream. Now he makes $1,500 and orders $50 off McDonald's to eat on stream. Jesus, man. How times change. And we thought the mission of my contract was overinflated. The fellows making his audience dentheads. Make my channel look like fucking cheap peasants.
Wise. I can definitely taste the cheese. I can taste the meats. I don't really taste any sauce. Take a look at it. There is sauce in there. I see it. Let me take another bite.
It's like people were saying in chat here. Basically, Little Caesars pizza is kind of like a frozen pizza. That's why they call it hot and ready, because basically that's all it is. They're not making it fresh. They're just, you know, tossing them in the oven all day or whatever, and then they just whatever toppings you.
Well, that's the joke, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I got a Little Caesars, and someone asks you, is it good? Is it hot? And it is ready. Whether it's good or not does not come into the equation. It is hot, and it is ready. We don't have Little Caesars over here, by the way. We don't have Little Caesars over here, so I'm oblivious to how good or bad they are. You know, because I've not ever managed to sample one. That's right. I had a pizza the other day. I loved it, enjoyed it. Domino's. I know it's not. I know Domino's is definitely hit and miss sometimes, you know. But still, you can't beat some pepperoni passion. When it's made right, you can't beat it.
You want. It's very basic, right? Like nothing special. And I think that's what I said back then too. Here, let's go to the end and see how I reviewed it.
Okay, if anywhere from $5 to $8 for a pizza, but the quality obviously suffers because you have a pizza that's already pre-made. So the greasiness, the quality, obviously, are detriment. I'm gonna give Little Caesars hot and ready pizzas a 2.5 out of 5.
Oh, I only gave it a 50%. Wow, I knew I remembered. I didn't really like it. I thought I didn't really like it at all. So that was no exaggeration. That was over 12 years ago that I last had Little Caesars pizza. Now, a lot has changed in 12 years. Now, they have all completely new pizzas. They have a pretzel crust, which I've never tried before. They have a deep dish Detroit style that I've never tried before. They have their crazy bread. I didn't have that. All I had back then was that 3-meat treat pizza. All right? So, yeah. So today, on this stream, if we hit the goal, which would be 10 goals, we're doing a milestone, and I'll be doing DSP Tries It, Little Caesars pizza, for the first time in over 12 years.
Who fucking
and that's what I'm going to
cares?
do. I'm going to order crazy bread, the pretzel crust, and a deep dish Detroit style. So I'm going to be trying 3 of their different products here live on the stream. Okay? So that'll be interesting. Now, after that, things will get back to normal, and likely it's going to be at least a week before we hit another goal. And now we'll have time to plan out what the next goal should be. Like, I wonder, what do you guys think? At this point, we've done a ridiculous amount of DSP Tries It. We did the McDonald's, Minecraft meals, we did Taco Time, and we're about to do Little Caesars. I think we should kind of lay off on DSP Tries It, but then what kind of reward would you want when we hit the next goal milestone, right? I don't know. Well, there you go. Tubbs Reborn says, Popeyes has a brand new pickle menu. They have fried pickles, they have sandwiches with a pickle sauce, and they even have, if you can believe it, a pickle lemonade.
That's enough of that fucking little prick. Steve is saying, hey, please check his tweet out from Broside Phil. I might have seen it already. I did like a few of his tweets earlier on. So there's a possibility I've seen this one already, but let's click on it and see for ourselves. I'm not sure I want to leave YouTube. Aye. Let's go. Oh, I've not seen this. I have not seen this one. Hold on a second. Broside Phil saying, everyone pack up for Dennis wins the internet for April the 8th. The Herald of Gout Lactus says, hello King Phil. I've been a fan of yours since insert game here. Your insert made up characteristics here got me through some insert made up difficult life moments here. Anyways, I just wondered, as support has been so good recently, will you lower the goal today? Thanks, insert sock account here. That is so robust. I'm going to make sure I hit like on that bad boy. There we go. There we go. That's just such a well. That's just, yeah. The template. It's such a. We have heard. I mean, we can. You can probably point to several tweets that have that exact same structure. Oh, I've been a fan of yours since Heavy Rain. I've been a fan of yours since Resident Evil 3. Insert game here. Just ad lib. Just dub your own fucking version of events over the fucking the blanks. Ah, Christ Almighty, man. What? Hold on. What did H-Bomb make? In celebration of 900 plus a preview. What's this? What's it? Oh, yes.
My wife is an angel. My wife is my saving grace. My wife is the reason why I'm so happy.
Oh my God.
And now, of course, I'm getting emotional, but
This is good.
did you see how angry I was? Before I met Kat, you saw how angry I was, right?
This is too good. Jesus, man. The wee noises.
Anyhow, Kat is the reason why I'm not angry anymore. I'm happy.
Sure you are, Phil. Sure you are. I'm gonna give that a wee like
My
a wee
wife
post.
is an angel.
My wife is a fuck off. Oh, God, that was too fucking good. Anyway, let's nice little distraction, nice little derail there. Good stuff indeed. But yeah, I would agree that definitely that earlier comment as well definitely wins. You know, tweet of the day, message of the day. They win the internet for today. Anyway, I want to rewind this face that Phil made.
A new pickle menu. They have fried pickles, they have sandwiches with a pickle sauce, and they even have, if you can believe it, a pickle lemonade.
And like he makes a face intentionally, of course, you know. Can we get a potential? Hold on, let's see if we can get a good thumbnail thing out of this. He stares at himself first to make sure the face is okay, and then he's like, I don't know.
Pickle lemonade.
The face that Phil makes. I'm not sure that pause right there actually might be good enough. Hold on. This pause right here might be on point. It's like he's screaming while being horrified. Give me a wee second here, give me a wee second to see if I can work my magic. Okay, let's see, but I can't, I'm still like, ALT, no, I don't want to, no, yeah, okay, ALT sent me this, and I'm like, what the hell is the context of this? Like, why was Phil, I don't understand how somebody as unhealthy and unfit as Phil Burnell can do this with his leg. Is he like triple jointed or something? To me, this doesn't make sense. Like, I can't. I am a fat bastard, admittedly, so I can't do this. But Phil's not exactly a healthy individual either, and yet he just seems to be able to do the most bizarre things with his fucking bizarre anatomy. He was showing how flexible he was, and of course, if Steve says that just proves he doesn't have a back injury. It's a good point. Somebody with a bad back is this flexible, quite suspicious. But yeah, this face here, there we go. I said that the image isn't as clean. I feel like if I was on Phil's actual channel, it might be a bit cleaner. Yeah, I mean, but it'll do. It'll do for what we need it to do. So yeah, of course, I'll throw this in my member Discord. My members can enjoy it to their heart's content. Speaking of which, by the way, like fucking hell, people in my member Discord, people had all sorts of fucking fun earlier on. Like, Emma Royd made this, for example. That was a good one, you know. That was a cracker right there. What else do we have here? Jesus, man. The amount of screenshots I was sent of Phil stuffing his face with fucking tacos was just unbelievable. You know, like it's like too many to go through. Like, what's the worst one? I'm trying to think here. This one's quite an angry one. Here, I'll set that one. Quite an angry bite. This one here made him go blind in one eye, it seems. And then this one was too big of a mouthful, I guess. But yeah, this is him stuffing his face on a tackle. It's like, what the hell, man? So yeah. Poor Lenny. Yeah, right. Is it funny? I can hear this moment in The Simpsons. Like Homer's like, you know what? The first thing I'm going to do is punch Lenny in the back of the head. He's just trying to drink his fucking coffee. Why is Warwick Davis in the bottom? Why is Warwick Davis in the coffee cup that Lenny's drinking from? I don't understand. Why is his presence mandatory in the cup? I'm very confused. So confused. Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, let's just get back to the bingo. I'm super confused. Time bingo. Strong bingo card so far, doing quite well.
I mean, it sounds interesting, and I did go to the Popeyes website to show you. Here it is, okay? Get 2 chicken sandwiches with a side of fried pickles for $12. Order now. I'm sure it's not on the app, but, you know, and by the way, look, pickle glaze on the chicken. Pickle glaze. Ugh. So that's something I think that we should do in the future. I don't think necessarily we should do that next. Yeah. Legos? Well, I mean, the thing is, I already was kind of planning to do a Lego night soon because we have the Piranha Plant Lego now for Mario, but we just did the Minecraft Lego for my birthday. So I was like, let's hold off. Let's not do Legos this week, maybe next week. So I kind of already was planning on doing that, right? Silson Blue Part 2. You guys are itching for me to do another shower video for some bizarre reason. Very weird. Yes, I played Schedule 1 on my birthday.
You made 2
an hour and a half. It seems like it's a pretty fun game. I would like to play it when I'm not doing it during a marathon and I'm not drinking, so I can actually focus on it and try to understand it and like it. Because I feel like it's a game I would like as like a chill stream game. But I was kind of like trying to rush through it and I was drinking and I made mistakes and then we ran out of time. And this week, I'll be honest, guys, this week's wild with the amount of stuff I'm trying to cram into this week. Would you like to see the schedule because it's pretty crazy? What's up, Captain DCW? How you doing? Just take a look at this. So today we're doing South of Midnight. We're giving it a shot to see if it's any good. And tonight we're doing Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. It's the only Pirate Yakuza stream I'm doing all week. Tomorrow, again, we're doing South of Midnight. So we're giving it 2 shots. And then we're going to go back to Black Ops 6, which just had an update a few daw ago. People want me to try out the new season content. And then Thursday, it's Atomfall, which I was supposed to do yesterday but couldn't do because I was freaking hungover. So we're doing Atomfall on Thursday. I put third day instead of Thursday. That's interesting. Third day. And then Smart Guys on Thursday night, my final wrestling commentary show before WrestleMania with the 3rd special guest host, which I think you guys are really going to like. It's going to be a wild show, to say the least. So I hope you'll join me for that on Thursday. And then Friday, that's right, as you can see, I decided to do Minecraft because you guys were upset that I didn't play Minecraft during my birthday marathon, okay? So because of that,
Oh God, Meth Bear. Meth Bear.
Meth Bear tipped £5. Phil cried on stream thinking about having to shoot T after he refused Phil's homosexual advances. Phil cried for himself never getting the BBC mods. Crush his dignity.
Jesus Christ, Meth Bear. What the hell? Oh hell, why don't you say what you really think next time, Meth Bear? Don't hold back on our account now. Don't be afraid to fucking say what you really mean in future. Oh bloody hell. Meth Bear's a fucking savage. Just think. Remember, Meth Bear is a fucking lawyer. If he's as much of a fucking savage with his fucking words in his fucking free time when he's just fucking chilling and shooting the shit as a detractor, imagine how much of a fucking savage he is in the courtroom when he's fucking actually doing his job. That motherfucker's mouth earns him fucking paper for a living. He fucking wins cases with a fucking, you know, a quick turn of phrases. You know what I'm saying? Oh hell. But yeah, I mean, also, it's funny. I mean, Phil killed T. I think the general conclusion that most detractors have come to is that Phil killed T.
T.
Thanks for the tip, Meth Bear.
because you guys were upset that I didn't play Minecraft during my birthday marathon, okay? So because of that, I decided, let's do Minecraft on a Friday stream. Let's see how it works. And if you guys like it, perhaps it's something that we could do, you know, as a chill stream in the rotation.
I mean, Steve, am I wrong? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Well, also, not as mouth as well, but the brain as well to a certain degree. But the mouth can't really function properly without the brain, as I demonstrate on a daily basis. But yeah, am I wrong? I don't think I'm wrong.
But let's see how it does. You know, I haven't played Minecraft now in 4.5 years. The last time I played it was the summer of 2020. So I wonder how it will go. Okay. And of course, Friday Night Fights Friday night, but I don't know if I'm doing Street Fighter 6 or old school Street Fighter yet. I'm trying to confirm with some of my old buddies.
I could have sworn he said he was done with Street Fighter 6. I could have sworn he said he was fed up with Street Fighter 6 and all the tryhards or whatever, and the Capcom ruined the game. I could have sworn he was wiping his hands of Street Fighter 6.
Of course, Friday Night Fights Friday night, but I don't know if I'm doing Street Fighter 6 or old school Street Fighter yet. I'm trying to confirm with some of my old buddies if they want to play Marvel 2 or not. So I'll let you guys know when I have more information on that.
Fuck
okay?
you and
but
your
as you can
friends.
see, this week, like every stream, I'm doing something different. We don't have time for Schedule 1. Someone just, oh, what about Blueprints that's coming out? When am I going to play that exactly?
This is a lot of variety, Phil. Do you feel like saying it?
The problem right now is I'm being pulled in too many directions, and I'm stuck in the midst of many playthroughs. Like, for example, Atomfall and Pirate Yakuza right now are ongoing playthroughs that we're kind of in the middle of, and I need to try to make progress, but now we have more games coming out. The good news is there's almost no other new games coming out till the end of April. It's a very slow month for game releases this month, so it's not that big of a deal, and I should be able to focus on the games we're now playing. So here you go. Someone said, what about Inzoi? Yeah, what about it? I don't have time for it. I'd like to play Inzoi again. Like I said, what I'd like to do in Inzoi is make a whole new character build from the ground up, like an original character, not me, and do a virtual life in a different part of the map, because apparently there's different jobs and things depending on where you are. But when do I have time for that? I'm being pulled in so many directions. Everyone wants something else. Some people want the new games. Some people want ongoing games. Some people want multiplayer games. Some people want the continuation of single-player games. This is let me put it this way. This is a good thing. I would much rather be in demand and being pulled in a bunch of directions at once than no one caring. Do you understand? So this is a good problem to have, all right? But at the same time, it's still a problem. And I don't know what the solution is because I'm trying to juggle so many things that we're making like no progress in anything. For example, this week, I'm only playing Pirate Yakuza once. I'm only playing Atomfall once.
Fucking
How am I supposed to
cares?
make any progress in these games and get through them? And the answer is I'm not going to, right? So, hopefully, we will actually have some progress, but I guess we'll see, all right? But anyway, so with that being the schedule this week, I can't play Blueprints. I can't play Inzo. I can't do all these games you guys are randomly asking for. I've got to just kind of play it by ear. Maybe we'll do some of those games next week, okay? What I need to do is I need to start making solid progress in the games that are narrative-based that I can finish within the next couple of weeks. Like, I'd like to finish both Pirate Yakuza and Atomfall by, say, the time that Clear Obscure comes out at the end of April, and that's in about 2 weeks. So I really got to focus in on what I'm doing and try to make progress, and playing them only once ain't going to do that, okay? Okay, anyway, so, folks, today, this stream, let's hit the goal.
Fuck off, and straight into a beg again, straight into another beg. By the way, we have a free space for the begs already. And the beg counters are going to keep on going more and more.
So, folks, today, this stream, let's hit the goal. Let's hit the goal for South of Midnight. Let's see how the game is together. And then when we're done, let's order Little Caesars and do a variety of foods. Like I said, the pretzel crust, the deep dish, Detroit style, and some crazy bread. Like, let's do all of that. All right, I'd be very excited for that variety of stuff. I hope that you guys will support the stream today.
Who fucking
covering out the
cares?
release and everything. It should be a good time. Okay. All right. Speaking of which, let's start with some shout outs here. First contribution of the day is a $2 tip.
From a troll? Or for Flatman B? Troll or Flatman B? I'm going to guess troll.
Oh, this is ridiculous. Listen to this. Someone tipped $2 and says, happy late birthday. You're at your best right now, interacting, talking, reacting. I wouldn't mind a future you where you drop gaming overall. As you've proven, it's you that matters, not the game. Obviously.
Oh my god, Phil, that's actually true. Let's be real here, you don't really care much about the fucking games, and not really... People aren't going to DSP Gaming to see the gameplay. They're going there for a drama, Phil. They're going there to... So, Phil, that's an accurate take, in my opinion. But Phil's going to say it's a fucking dumb comment. Why, Phil? Why is that a dumb comment?
Obviously, this person I think is being very facetious. I'm being honest. Like, I don't think this person is being truthful. I think they're trying to be sarcastic in what they're saying in their tip. But here's the thing. When you say that, okay, I actually feel that today people are more entertained with me just hanging out, being myself, and talking with you guys than playing a bad game. Okay?
Or any game.
The day used to be different. Back in the day, it used to be Phil covers every game. It doesn't matter if the game's good or bad, Phil covers it. And if it's a good game, we all enjoy it together. It's a great stream. If it's a bad game, well, I make fun of the game and I rip it a new asshole and we still enjoy. Today, because there's so many games out and so many people want to see me play different games, I don't have the time to play bad games anymore. You see? You know, every game on the schedule is pretty good. So I need to focus in on the games that are working, that people want to see.
Hey, hold on. Sorry, my bad. I can't ignore that face you just made there.
You know, every game on the schedule is pretty...
So give me what he's saying, just hold on. Sorry. I know we're in the middle of him trying to cope or whatever, but his eyes doing what they were fucking doing there.
Good. So I need to focus...
Like, why? First of all, they were over there. Like, you know, hold on, so go back the way. It's like, what? What's happening over there, Phil? He's actually looking past his monitor. That's past his monitor. So he's gone over there. Corner Demon's gone over there. Ah, it's Corner Demon. Let's move over there. Ah. Sorry. A whole bunch of these fucking freeze frames could be fucking just fucking gold dust. Like, I don't know, hold on. Okay, I don't care. Any good faces he has while he's fucking over there? Nah, not really. The first good face, like... Well, maybe actually, hold on. Hold on. This might take a while. I'm going to be here. There's at least 3 pictures I'm thinking of snapping here. Bear with me here. Please be patient while I try and take funny images of the bad man. So we got one here. Just hold on. That's not bad. Okay, let's hold on. Let's get back to this, and then we'll go away. And
I need to focus in.
hold on. I didn't mean play. Jesus, man. Why is his face is like so like that? There you go. There's another one right there. Jesus Christ, I don't know why. Why? What is as stupid as simplest fucking shit, and yet it's fucking funny. Like why? He is so funny to laugh at, not with, but at. I don't know. Like, hold on. Let's get this one. That's a good one as well. And one more for the collection. One more for the fucking road. Let's. Jesus Christ. Bear with me, please. Bear with me. I'm almost done. We need one more here. Which one will be a good one over here? Jesus Christ. Is there any better face than that? That one right there, actually. That might be it. The eyes are popping out his fucking head. Oh, you ever see Who Framed Roger Rabbit, you know? And like that kind of shit. Oh my god. That's the vibe I'm getting, you know? Real person with fucking fake eyes popping out her fucking head. Oh, it's the actor. The name escapes me exactly, but the guy is just, what's his name? He was fucking Doc in Back to the Future. That actor, fucking Lloyd's. Shit, is it Chris Lloyd? What's his name? What's his name? Is it Chris Lloyd? Christopher Lloyd? Is that the actor's name? Have I remembered it? Yes, I did. Fucking yes, I actually remember the fucking actor's name. Hooray for me, actually fucking remembering something once. Yeah, that's who it was. Christopher Lloyd at the fucking Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Got fake eyes, put them in there bugging out. That's exactly fucking that. Oh, hold on, I need to fucking hold on. I forgot to remove the background for this one. There we go. Fantastic. So we have three there. So we got this one. I was going to throw this in the memories card. Don't mind me. So 1, 2. Why Phil's face is so fucking funny? I don't understand. I'll never understand it, but at least we have some thumbnail material for tomorrow. And Meth Bear sent me a message and all. Oh boy. He sent me a tweet. Well, he sent me a link to a tweet, I should ask. This is gonna be dangerous, I have a feeling. Okay, Meth Bear has sent me this tweet with a video. Would you ask for a top-up? That is actually a bullshit, by the way. Oh, this is. I've got a feeling this is in Scotland. It's a fucking Tenant's glass. Look at the size of that fucking head. That's fucking ridiculous.
I'm sorry, my boyfriend won't pick that.
Yep, that's because of the glass. I knew it was Scottish.
No, but this is okay. That's fucking okay. Where's the flake? It's a fucking ice cream. Come on, man, that's okay. No, I'm being serious. No, I'm.
That's dead. Which one? The pipe. It's Are you? There's nothing there. Are you stupid?
Are you stupid? Aye, we don't mince words in Scotland usually. Yeah.
There's nothing in it.
Don't fuck got a drink.
To be like, full, like probably about here. There's no bubbles either. There's nothing. Okay. No, I'm not paying for that.
Jesus. I was fearing. He wanted freaking Tenants is fucking pish, by the way. Tenants is fucking garbage. I don't care if it's a fucking national alcoholic drink of fucking Scotland, apart from whiskey, of course. Tenants is fucking pish. Like, I don't like Tenants. I just don't fucking like Tenants. No fucking way, no fucking thank you. I'm not a fan of Tenants whatsoever. I would need to be quite drunk to drink it, put it that way. I'm not going to start off a night drinking Tenants, but I may end the night drinking it. I would need to be drunk to consume it. But yeah, cheers to that little mini derail there, Meth Bear.
On the games that are working that people want to see, because me sitting here suffering through a game, no one really gives a shit. People would much rather just hang out with me and do Q&A then and have a chill stream than have me play a shitty game. So things have definitely changed since back in the day. You know, now I've been around for so long, I think a lot of people just like hanging out and talking with me and getting my opinions on stuff. So here's the second half of the tip. Here's why you're being sarcastic. Are you ready for this? Good luck on your goal. I think you should order a regular pizza because Little Caesars has upped their pizza game. It's now as good as a New York pie. So that's how I know that they were full of shit. But then,
But isn't that just their opinion? They're just sharing their own thoughts.
to the $2 regardless. Okay. I received a $1.50 tip from Beaver Bother. I think we need to divert from fast food. You're now having it every stream and it's not good for your health. Well, let's
Beaver Bother is still giving Phil money despite Phil fucking saying, look, you're obnoxious and I don't fucking like. Phil called Beaver Bother obnoxious the other day. And that is why he's still banned in Phil's chat, because he's too obnoxious, wanting attention, demanding attention. And Beaver Bother is still there, giving Phil money. So Beaver Bother wins Dent Head of the fucking day, I guess. They're banned in Phil's chat, but they're still going to talk to Phil anyway by giving them $2 every fucking day.
From Beaver Bother. I think we need to divert from fast food. You're now having it every stream and it's not good for your health. Well, let's actually think about this. All right. Last week, one day I had fast food. That was the McDonald's Minecraft meal.
But Phil, you also had a meal with your wife. Was that not kind of fast food or unhealthy or whatever?
So, yes, one day last week I had fast food. Outside of that, I ate all healthy food that was home cooked all week. Okay? Sunday was the...
Why don't you back it up with a source?
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
Marathon. What did I eat? Oh, homemade turkey burger and some pasta salad that my wife made. Nothing bad there.
It was a frozen turkey burger, Phil. There's no fucking way that she fucking made that from fucking scratch. How the fuck do you fucking get a fucking turkey burger with grill marks? You don't have a fucking grill.
Okay? I mean, arguably you say, well, pasta's not good for you. I didn't even have that much. I had the turkey burger, which was amazing. Yesterday, absolutely, the Taco Time fast food was not good for me. I agree there. But I had a healthy breakfast sandwich in the morning, egg whites and turkey sausage, and I had the Taco Time, and at night, I had a few pita chips with a little bit of hummus. That was all I ate yesterday. So even though I had the unhealthy meal, I didn't eat anything else too bad, so it ends up being all right. Now, admittedly, today, if we hit the goal, and we do a DSP tries at Little Caesars, that's 2 days of fast food in a row. You're right. But after that, for the rest of the week, I'm eating good. I think one day we're doing, I know at least 1 to 2 days we're eating turkey, whether it's like...
But Phil, what happens if you get astronomical levels of support again, and you hit the go again super duper fucking fast? And your fucking tiny little pea brain will fucking have to resort back to fast food because you can't imagine anything else, because you lack an imagination to actually give your fans a genuine fucking reward.
I don't know. I'm trying to remember what we're doing. We're not doing turkey tacos this week. We're doing turkey something. Oh, we're doing chicken a bunch of times. That's right. One day we're doing like homemade chicken quesadillas with
But I was like, I don't know about you guys. I don't really plan these things too far in advance when it comes to like meals. Like me and my good lady usually decide on the day what we feel like eating, and like while so fucking go to the shop and get it in or whatever. Like we might have like a day's planning at most for like what we're going to eat the next day, at most. Like today, for example, I'm at work, you know what I mean? I messaged my good lady. I was like, hey, do you want to, what should I get to the shops? You know, I'll go to the shop on the way home. What do you fancy for dinner? You know, spaghetti bolognese. There we go, simple. So there we go. I just drop into the shop, grab some spaghetti bolognese stuff or whatever, go home, start making it, and as simple as that. We don't have some strange like plan how it's like we know what we're having. I guess it depends on who you are, I guess, you know what I mean? But it feels weird because you can't guarantee what you feel like eating, can you? How do you know you're gonna fucking feel like eating that particular meal on that particular day? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if you fucking get to Thursday and you don't fucking feel like turkey fucking burgers? You know? But it's on the plan, no, it's on the schedule. It's like, but I don't feel like it, for fuck's sake. You get what I'm saying? So it's good not to be fucking trapped, I guess. And if Mepper's asking if Terrence's Swill, what's a fancy lad beer, I would recommend Mepper, if you still want to try and stick to the Scottishness of it all, get yourself a fucking pint of Innocent Gun. Quality fucking drink. Quality fucking drink indeed. Innocent Gun, but it just hits the spot, especially on a fucking hot day. It's a Scottish craft beer. It's fucking proper bang tidy, I tell you. But aye, it's so there you go. I would recommend that, absolutely. You know, I do quite enjoy a pint of Innocent Gun. Actually, I might have a picture. I might try and find you a picture of FBR. I took a picture one time of my perfectly poured pint, and I was like, I'm just like waiting for my bus. So I'm in the pub waiting for a bus because I've got time to kill. And it was a sunny day, and I took a picture of it. It just looks fucking fantastic. It's like it's one of those kind of fucking, you know, perfect. It's like promotional pictures I fucking took practically. You know, it's that good looking. Now I drank the bastard, but yeah, I recommend an Nissan Gun if you're able to get a pint of that in Glasgow. Some places do have it on draft.
You know, white meat chicken, healthy ingredients. And another day, we're doing salad. My wife and I are having like a chicken Caesar salad one day.
So Promise saying I make meals on Sunday for the entire following week, so I get home and just toss in the microwave. See, that's good. That's organised. That's very organised to do that. But at the same time, what if you don't feel like that particular meal on that particular day, or do you just kind of change what day? You know, I guess you're making different things on a Sunday, which means you can actually afford to be flexible with what you have on certain days. I assume not everything is going to be for a certain day. But yeah, I know for me, it's good to have a plan to a certain degree, but yeah. It's like, to me, it's like, well, what if you don't feel like eating that day? That's my thinking anyway.
Light dressing and everything. So that's what I mean. Like for the rest of the week, I'll be eating healthy. So this is what people don't understand. They're like, how could you be eating this fast food all the time? Isn't that unhealthy for you? Because I'm not eating it all the time. Literally, the only time that I'm eating fast food is when I do an episode of DSP Tries It.
Why don't you back it up with a source?
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
That's it. Outside of that, everything else is chicken, you know, turkey, lean meals, you know, not giant portions. Even when we eat out, we're eating poke bowls. You know, it's incredibly healthy for you. That kind of stuff. We're not ordering pizza and greasy burgers and stuff even when we eat out. We're eating healthier options because, you know, that's how our lifestyle is.
Why would I lie?
I imagine it's like breathing for you.
Because in truth, don't you think that if I was eating fast food constantly, I would look a little different than how I look? I told you guys, I'm down to like probably around 195, 190 pounds now. Like I'm actually my lightest I've been since I was in my 20s. So, you know, it's not what you think. It's just, yeah, I get it. Oh, geez, Phil's doing DSP Tries It multiple times a week. How unhealthy. Except literally everything else I'm eating is healthy. So it balances out, you see? So, anyway, let's see what happens. All right, so let's get some support going today. So far, we got the 2 tips. Let's get some support rolling in. How about our first super chat of the day on YouTube? How about our first membership of the day on YouTube? How about our first gifted sub over on Kick? Let's get some variety of support on today's stream.
Nope.
Apparently, my laptop has a Windows update, not my desktop. It doesn't make sense. Why would my laptop have a Windows update and not my desktop? I'll probably just let the laptop auto update, honestly. Anyway, yeah, so let's get it going. And let's get some momentum going so that we can get towards our goal. Today would be perfect, okay? Because my wife is working, and for her to come home and not have to cook is great. So if we were going to do the DSP Tries It, today would be the ideal day. Who
fucking cares?
I'm not saying that if we don't hit the goal, that it's not going to, it's also, I'm so upset because we didn't do it today. That's not the case. You know, we can do it at any point during this week. But being that we're doing a brand new game in South of Midnight, today would be the perfect day to hit that goal and, you know, and fit in with the schedule and everything. So let's get some support, please. And thank you to those who are thinking of supporting today. Fair enough.
Who fucking cares?
So, you know the schedule for the week. We've talked about, you know, stuff going on, right? Shall we talk a little bit about news? This one truly, I think, is really stupid, to be frank with all of you. All right, but let's talk about it anyway. Here's our big news story for today, folks. Are you ready for this? The Nintendo Switch 2 pre-orders have been delayed in Canada. Why? Pre-orders for the Nintendo Switch 2 in Canada will not start on April 9th, tomorrow, in order to align with the timing of pre-orders to be determined in the U.S. Wait, what? Huh? So, for those who don't remember, the pre-orders of the Switch 2 in the U.S. have been delayed. Originally, they were supposed to be tomorrow, but Nintendo said, well, because President Trump has announced all these new tariffs that are probably going to affect pricing of the Switch 2, we're holding off on doing pre-orders for now. Don't worry, the Switch 2 will still release on June 5th, but you just can't pre-order yet in the United States. In which case, okay, I get it. But what the hell does it have to do with Canada? Why are Canadian pre-orders being held up because of American tariffs?
Probably because they're right fucking next door to them, and if any Americans actually wanted a fucking Nintendo Switch, they could probably just hop across the border if they're right there and get one. You know, like, you know, as Steve says, Canada's part of the North American continent, you know? There's not exactly a big fucking wall in the way between fucking America and USA and Canada, you know what I'm saying? Oh, Christ almighty, man, what the fuck, like... Do we need to fucking get Phil to play the Billy geography lesson again? Do we need to fucking point out a fucking map? Mind you, the last time we saw Phil look at a fucking map and things get pointed at a map, he went a bit weird. He went a bit German. Have you seen the latest episode of Lectures Familia DSP? You'll get what I'm talking about. Yeah, Phil doesn't seem to do well when he's looking at maps of Europe. He goes a bit fucking Austrian.
Does that make any sense to anyone? Can anyone even explain it? Like, if someone has a rational explanation for this, I'd like to hear it. But I don't understand it at all. We're different countries. Our pricing is already different. For those who don't know, in Canada, things are more expensive. So the Switch actually is already priced more expensively in Canada. So, I don't get... Zebra says, well, it's the same supply chain as the US. Yeah, but Zebra, that doesn't matter. This isn't a supply issue. It's a pricing issue. It's not, oh, now the supply has been exhausted. That has nothing to do with this. The reason that it's being delayed in the US is because the prices are going to go up because of tariffs. The prices are not going to go up in Canada because the tariffs don't apply to Canada. So why is the Canadian pre-order being delayed? That literally has nothing whatsoever to do with the supply chain. So I don't get it. Because we aren't really different countries. Canada relies on the USA. That's why they're the 51st state. They can't even import the Switch 2 on their own. NJZ says because you could buy it from Canada and have it imported to the US. That's true, but you can do that now anyway. Again, the point here has nothing to do with the supply chain of the delivery. The console will still be released on June 5th. That hasn't changed. What's changing is the pre-order timing because of pricing. That should not affect Canada in the least. I don't understand. Gameboy says products get sent to the US first, then get rerouted to Canada. But that still shouldn't affect the pricing. If it's getting shipped to the US to then be sold in Canada, the pricing won't change. The tariff still won't affect it. Like, I'm really wondering what is the actual reasoning? I don't understand it, and nothing makes sense. Nothing makes sense at all. Turbo-based says they don't want to set up a North American distribution for a small percentage of the market. Turbo-based, they're not delaying the release of the console. This is what people don't seem to be understanding. If they were saying, we are delaying the release of the Switch 2 in North America, I'd be like, that makes sense. They're delaying. It's not coming out June 5th now. Okay, they're not delaying the release of the console. This has nothing to do with supply chain. This has nothing to do with anything you guys are talking about. This is purely pricing just in the US and pre-order timing. It has nothing to do with physically moving the consoles at all. Gameboy says since they will touch US soil first, they would have to pay the US tariff on consoles going to Canada. That's not true. That's not true.
Oh? What makes you think that? What makes you think that, Phil? Hold on a second. Hold on a fucking second. I want to hear that again.
Gameboy says since they will touch US soil first, they would have to pay the US tariff on consoles going to Canada. That's not true. That's not true. That's not how tariffs work. If that's the case, every country that a product flies through, you'd be paying a tariff for. What do you think about that's not true at all. If that's true, then tariffs are utterly broken and don't make any sense.
Hey, finally I guess it.
Boom. Member bomb.
My biggest fans are idiots.
Oh jeez, I think that Tarf talk broke Steve. Sorry, Sonny. Sonny, thank you very much, Sonny, for gifting 20 members to the channel. That gives us 4 free spaces for the bingo card, which is fantastic stuff. I'm trying to think. We have 6 free spaces so far. We have 1 for the Begs, 1 from the likes that carried over yesterday, and we have 4 more for the gifted members from right there. So thank you very much, Sonny, for gifting 20 members to the channel. Very kind of you indeed. Congratulations to the following people for getting a membership. Congratulations to Tiffy-tastic, Crazy Cookie, Panko Breadcrumbs, Nightman98, Paul J. Brazel Jr., Balti Master Jeff 69, Bjorn Nebelsnarf, Brendan Shuttler, Peacall Gaming, Mr. J, Guerra, or Guerra. I'm terrible at fucking saying that name. I'm so sorry. Guerra. Hot Dog Hand Grenade, W. Blair, The Absurd, Daniel Hensley, Evil ADR, Joshua Doherty, Chuck and Bob Campbell, Phenobite Mommy, and finally X Titanium X5. Congratulations to you 20 people for getting a membership. Make sure you thank Sonny for gifting you a membership, and of course thank you Sonny yourself for giving us 4 additional free spaces for the bingo board. Keon saying for Phil's rant, he's right but for the wrong fucking reason. So yeah, so I want to just rewind this a little bit. Here's Phil being right for the wrong reason.
Gameboy says since they will touch US soil first, they would have to pay the US tariff on consoles going to Canada. That's not true. That's not true.
Oh boy. Oh boy. WWE Champions and TJ Gamebox Cup coming up in the stream. Jesus Christ, we're behind the live DSP by about 40 minutes. We might not, well, if aim to win before we get to that point, I'll try and fast forward so we can see it for ourselves before we go.
That's not how tariffs work. If that's the case, every country that a product flies through, you'd be paying a tariff for. How do you think about what? That's not true at all. If that's true, then tariffs are utterly broken and don't make any sense. So, okay, so let's say you manufacture a product in China, and you fly that product from China to the United States. Well, while it's flying, you're crossing over a whole bunch of countries. Do you pay the tariffs for every country you flew over?
Well, you don't land there. You've not touched the soil there, so no. You don't. You know, you've not stopped there, so no.
On the way to the USA? Does that make any sense? Well, that's not the same thing I'm being told. Why? Because it doesn't physically touch down? Why not? You still pass through the country. Why doesn't the tariff apply? It should. If a tariff applies simply because a product arrives physically at a port in a country, then that tariff should also apply when you fly over the country.
But one stops there and another doesn't. Oh my god, Phil. I don't think it would get worse, but there you fucking go. He's getting fucking worse with this shit. Jesus Christ, man. It's like, using Phil's logic, couldn't like immigrants technically get away with that as well? Saying, I'm not stopping here.
Oh my god, what's up?
Some wee fucking Mexico's getting fucking, you know, busted for fucking going to America or whatever. I was like, yeah, actually, I'm on my way to Canada, you know. I'm not actually trying to illegally immigrate here in America. I'm just passing through on my way to Canada, so yeah, I'm not breaking the law in any way. Fucking hell. Thank you to Ira for the super chat, who says, according to Phil, cargo ships don't exist. Yeah, it seems so. Dennis losing his damn mind. Jesus fucking Christ, how did he come to that conclusion? How deep is the dent in his head? Does it reach even his island? Steve says, entering the country and flying through its airspace are two very different things. They are indeed, but Phil can't comprehend that. Phil thinks, well, fuck knows what Phil fucking thinks.
Boom. Member bomb.
My biggest fans are idiots.
Sonny is desperate just to fucking end the suffering. Sonny, thank you for gifting 10 members to the channel to give us 2 more free spaces. I'm trying to think. So hold on. So we have 8 free spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we're 2 away from a full house. I think we're 2 away from a full house. I might be wrong there. I might need to work on that math. But thank you, Sonny, for gifting 10 members, and congratulations to the following people for getting a membership. Congratulations to Lou P, Sean Green, Andrew, Jodie Tate, Soquidef Puni, Iwamoto, Sendrit, Jack Skellington, Bob Starsky, and Bunga Bunga. So make sure that you thanks Sonny for getting a membership. You just got one there. And yeah, thank you very much, Sonny, for giving us 2 more free spaces to the bingo board. Now, I just want to make sure I got all the free spaces correct. I just want to make sure we're on top of things. So we got a free space carried over from yesterday's because we got 50 likes on the stream yesterday. So that carried over for today. That's 1 free space. We've had a lot of begging. That's 2 free spaces. And we have 6 more free spaces because of the members. So there we go. We have 8 free spaces, and that's our current status for the bingo, and we have 10 on the board. So we're 2 away. We're 2 away from a full house. We need Phil to say and do some of these, or we get more free spaces, and we've won. Mythbear says there's a new 10% universal tariff being imposed. Well, that's not new though, is it? That's kind of been the kind of thing that was introduced when they fucking showed off that wee board. Like, the absolute minimum, universally, from America is 10%. But some countries are getting charged more. Like the EU are like 20% or 25% or something. China's like 35%, you know, that kind of thing. So yeah, so everyone's getting 10% apparently, unless there's some sort of agreement in place to try and change that, you know. But yeah. Yeah, in China, it's kind of funny seeing the tit for tat between America and China, you know what I mean, because neither are backing down, so yeah. We only need one, guys, we have 50 likes on this stream. 50 likes on this bingo stream means we only need one more thing to happen. If Phil sips 4 more times, we've won. If Phil snorts 3 more times, we've won. If he begs for another like few minutes, we've won. Or if he says or does any of these things on the board, we've won. We just need one more singular fucking thing. Now let's see Phil explain how tariffs work again. Come on, Phil. Come on.
Well, that's not the same thing I'm being told. Why? Because it doesn't physically touch down? Why not? You still pass through the country. Why doesn't the tariff apply? It should. If a tariff applies simply because a product arrives physically at a port in a country, then that tariff should also apply when you fly over the country. In reality, a tariff should only apply if the product is arriving to actually be sold.
We've won. Phil said reality. We've won. There we go. There we go. We have won. Just like that. 9 free spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Full house? Oh boy. How exciting. Anyway.
There we go. Just like that one bingo. Fan Dabby Dozy adds $10 to the bingo prize fund. Fantastic stuff indeed. But yeah, I want to see the end of this fucking delusional rant, and I also want to kind of see what he says about WWE champions as well. I'm kind of looking forward to this. So yeah. So there we go. We've got a full house. Bingo's victorious, fantastic. But now let's enjoy ourselves and just enjoy the dumb things he's going to say. And then not only about this Qatar situation, but also want to see what he says about WWE champion stuff as well in TG Game Box.
In that country, right? Let's say I make a product today. I don't know, I draw a piece of art and I sign it and I sell it to someone in France, okay? And I ship it, but it lands in England first. Why should England get a tariff? I'm not selling that product in England, I'm selling it to someone in France. So why would England get a cut? All it's doing is bouncing off of their port or shipping system and then going to France. So you're telling me that the tariff does apply and that the UK would get a tariff on that? That doesn't make any fucking sense at all.
Bruh.
Jade, how are you? 46 months as an Ultra member. Thank you so much, Jade. He says, sup, Phil, get a new PC box. I'll be back. You're getting a new PC box? Are you actually buying a new PC? If so, that's awesome. Congrats on that. And I hope you get a good one. He says he's going to be back later. All right, sounds good. Actually, I need to move my pop-ups. Here we go. They're in the wrong spot. Let's move them there. Cool. What's up, Game Boy? How you doing, man? So basically what you're saying is, okay, this is what I asked for, so maybe I'm getting my explanation. So the reason that they're delaying the pre-orders of the Switch 2 in Canada is because when these Switch 2s are mailed or shipped from Japan to North America, they have to hit a North American port first, in which case a tariff will apply despite the fact that those Switch 2s are not to be sold in the United States but exclusively in Canada, and therefore the same pricing hikes will apply to Canadians that apply to the US, even though the tariff is a US tariff on product, not a Canadian tariff. So they're basically delaying it because it's going to have the same pricing issue. Is that true? So if that's the case, wouldn't Canada be pissed that literally everything coming to Canada has to bounce off the US first, and now they have to pay more with these tariffs?
Canada is pissed, and they have been pissed for multiple weeks now. Are you not paying attention to the news?
That is correct. So Canada's fucked. So basically Canada's just fucking shit out of luck. Canada will be paying more for everything, just like we will be in the United States, even though the tariffs aren't Canadian tariffs. Wow, you guys in Canada, you're up shit's creek at this point. Wow, I feel bad for you. You guys are fucking, that's the worst of the worst. You're getting fucked by us. Man, it must suck to be you. So let me get this straight. You live so far north, it's cold as fuck, the weather sucks ass. The only things you really have to claim to fame is like hockey and like maple syrup, right? And French, because some of you speak French and have shitty food.
And Derek.
Poutine and shit, right?
And Derek.
And now you'll have to pay more money because we're fucking you with tariffs. Who would want to live in Canada? Holy shit, you guys gotta get the fuck out. You have a universal healthcare system that you have to wait like 17 months when you stub your toe to see a doctor. Let's keep going. You have shitty beer. Really awful, watered down shitty beer. It tastes gross. It's disgusting. I mean, Budweiser's gross too, but Budweiser's not even an American beer anymore, I guess. What else? Your prices are higher than the US. You are. You pay more than us for everything for some bizarre reason. I really don't understand that. Right? You drink milk out of bags. Is that true? You guys drink milk out of bags? Holy shit, you guys. What is happening up there? Who would even live there? If I was in Canada, I'd be jumping into the ocean and swimming somewhere else right now. I mean, I have nothing to do with that place. Get me the fuck out of there, dude. Holy shit. They don't say bathroom, they say washroom. Well, I mean, technically when you go to the washroom, you usually are washing your hands. You're not taking a bath. You call it the bathroom. Well, I call it the restroom. And to be honest, I don't rest when I go in the restroom, right? So why do you call it the restroom?
Having to get gold out of you, Phil.
Thank you very much to Dreaded End for a super chat who says, I'm on a lifeguard course this week. The tutor asked if we'd save someone we don't like. DSP flashed into my mind and I said inside no with my outside voice. Not my best moment. Jesus Christ. Hey, you were honest. I mean, it's like, Same question, right? Same question, but instead of just saying somebody don't like, say they like Hitler. How many people would say they'd save Hitler? So you're a lifeguard. It's your duty to save lives, but it's fucking Hitler that's drowning. I don't want to save that bastard. He's quite mean. You know what I'm saying? So no. I think your answer was good. I think your answer was wholesome, meaningful, and robust. I'd rather be saved by somebody honest than somebody that was being dishonest, you know? I don't know. Jesus, man. Oh, yeah. Hopefully you still pass the course and all that jazz, but that is fucking hilarious. You thought of DSP and the outside voice fucking took over. The inner thoughts won and got to be released that day.
Well, we have ketchup chips here in the United States, too. I can't hate on them for that. We do have ketchup-flavored potato chips in the United States. Okay? Some people fall asleep on the toilet. That's true. Some people die on the toilet, like Elvis. But he's American. They call annoying people shit disturbers? What?
Who fucking cares?
There's weird stuff going on. So anyway, if you live in Canada, you are absolutely fucked. That sucks. You should not... listen, I know I was just joking about Canada, but I'm going to make a point now. Canadians should not be paying for the political decisions of the United States in any way. You guys should not have to wait for your Switch 2 pre-orders. You should not be paying more for the Switch 2 because we're putting a tariff on it. That's just ass backwards. I completely disagree with this, and I do not agree with it. I think that's fucked up. You know, you guys have enough problems up there with all the shit you deal with constantly. I mean, you go outside like a beaver chewing down your house and shit, right? You try to walk down the street, there's a bunch of hockey hooligans that are playing street hockey, and you just get struck with hockey pucks right in the middle of your face. It's funny. It's terrible. I can't imagine living up there.
Isn't it nice that he stopped joking around and that was him being serious with the audience?
Americans shouldn't be paying for it either. Well, the whole idea, long term, is that these tariffs are actually supposed to help us. How? I don't know. I don't really understand it because I stopped researching the topic.
Phil, why talk about stuff when you're not even going to bother to try and learn and understand? Like, I'm not an expert in these things either. I mean, I understand the premise. You know, Trump wants all these fucking things made in America. He doesn't fucking want to have to, like, Trump is fed up of importing more than they're exporting. Because obviously you'd rather have fucking more people buying American products to fucking help American finances. Logically, you can understand the logic there, you know. That's kind of simple, but obviously it's just trying to implement that and make people want to buy American in the first place. So yeah, Jesus, man. But Phil's not even done that much minimum. He's not even put in the minimum effort of research. You know. And this is not new either. This is old territory. Politically speaking, this is not a new thing that's been attempted here. Hell, I don't know. Yeah. Some people, but I've seen a theory here. The whole point of the tariffs, apparently, is not to try and fucking make the American economy grow, but to devalue the American dollar so Americans owe less money. It's something about debt. Apparently there's a whole bunch of debts that America has, but if the American dollar gets devalued or whatever because of the tariffs, it means the loans they pay back are not as heavy or something like that. You know, some bizarre. I don't know the full wording of it. However, it would be a typically Trump thing to do, to fucking tank the American economy, just to fucking, you know, make it easier for them to fucking pay off loans. You know what I'm saying? Oh Christ, man. I don't know. All I know is it's people like me and you that suffer more. The politicians won't fucking suffer. Trump won't fucking suffer, you know? And you fucking point to any fucking political fucking leader in the fucking planet, they won't fucking suffer because they'll still fucking be well insulated because they're fucking then protected, secure, or, you know, like they're fucking set essentially, you know what I mean? But it's people like me and you that will effectively fucking suffer because of the fucking decisions and, you know, political decisions of these fucking madmen in charge that fucking think they fucking know best. I don't know.
Politics shit, because I'm not doing the show anymore. So I don't really understand it, but, you know, I guess, is it true? Canada's national animal actually is the beaver? I was joking. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I'm very sorry. Scotland's national animal is the unicorn.
It's true.
Making a joke, a parody, like an exaggerated parody joke, but apparently it's true. I'm very sorry for that. I wouldn't have made that joke if I knew that was true. I feel like I hit you below the belt now. I'm very sorry, Canadians. That's true. You know what they say? You shouldn't punch down. So I'm gonna stop joking about Canadians right now. All right, I'm very sorry. I'm so sorry. Actually, technically, it's punching up. Canada's above us, so we're punching up, but we're still punching down. Get it?
That's funny. Dickens laugh.
Oh man. Anyway,
if I was Canadian watching this, I'd be fucking raging. Like, I don't know. I don't know how. For all the Canadians that are here right now, I don't know how you're even enduring this.
oh, I see. The national animal of Canada is beaver bother.
Oh, I see.
Oh, I see.
Isn't that a funny coincidence? Oh, I see.
The national animal of Canada is beaver bother. Oh God, now you guys are really bad off. If you got that guy as your national freaking mascot or whatever. Ugh. Yikes. Do I want to keep offending Canadians some more? Sure. What else can we say? Moose. Moose are like retarded deer, right? Like, I'm just kidding.
If I saw a moose in real life, I'd probably shite myself. Those things are fucking massive, man. Like, you can see, you see a picture of one. No big fucking deal. But you just seen the fucking size of them compared to like fucking, they're bigger than fucking cars. Like, they're huge. Moose are fucking huge, man. I'd be like fucking just like, I'm just gonna fucking pretend to be fucking dead. Please don't fucking maul me.
All right, I'm gonna stop now. I'm not gonna continue. That's it. I can't say anymore. No, I'm done. I can't. All right, let's relax. Now some people are very offended that I went too far with the moose joke. I'm sorry. I apologize. I take it all back. I was just kidding. It was meant in jest. I did not mean to offend any Canadians. Seriously. No, but I mean it. I don't think Canada should be affected by our tariffs at all. That's bullshit. Why are you guys getting higher prices? Why do you have to fucking wait to pre-order your Switch 2s? Like, that's just nonsense.
He still doesn't know why.
Complete nonsense. I'm upset. Anyway, let's do some shout-outs. Okay, so I received a $5 tip from Flatman B, who says, hello, everyone. God bless. Have a nice day. Thank you, Flatman. Let's get back to being nice to each other.
Fuck off, Flatman B, you fucking deadhead. Let's get to the fucking troll tip with fucking triggers, Phil.
Let's not be nasty. Let's not be rude.
Where is it?
I should do that. 199 super chat.
Hold on, was it? Come on,
let's
Phil.
see here. So Hogan, listen to this. Hogan Lover.
Here we go.
With a 199 super chat.
Here we go.
Take your wife to a vacation. Stop playing WWE and Lee Quo. What? What?
I think they're trying to say stop wailing on WWE champions and all that liquor. I imagine that's what they're trying to get to, Phil. But yeah, why? But all the money you've made, Phil, far more than usual, astronomical sums, and yet still no honeymoon. Why?
Huh? You lost me. Like, at first, it definitely was like a trolling message, but you lost me in the end. N-L-I-Q-U-O. What does that mean? N-Liquo? Anyway, so this person is saying that I should spend my money on my wife and go on vacation rather than spending money on WWE. Oh, sorry. I had to put on my slow... exactly. I had to put on my slow glasses. Like, when you get a message like that, you have to put on glasses and squint really hard.
One you get from Jade, usually. Yeah, the Jade glasses, Phil. We understand.
And then maybe what you should do, you take your head and you like slam it against the wall 7-8 times, and then your brain's addled enough you can understand the message. What he meant to type was liquor. That I spent too much money on WWE and liquor. But he couldn't finish typing it because, you know, he's an exceptional individual.
Actually, I'm willing to bet he couldn't finish typing it because one extra character might have meant more money for Phil. You know, you've got to try and fucking take shortcuts when you're typing these things in any capacity. So yeah, when you're super chatting, the more characters there are, the more expensive that super chat will be.
Got it. So, again, I've explained to you guys that now the way that things are going, because you guys have been supporting me so much, okay, things are getting better. We're now doing stuff that we've wanted to do, like, for example, around the house for a very long time. Like, we were able to finally clean out our garage. We were able to redo several different things in the house, rooms and stuff. Not fully. Like, we still want to redo parts of the house fully and renovate them, but we can't afford that yet, okay? But we're doing good stuff in the house. Now, would we like to go on a vacation eventually? Yes. Right now is just not the time. All right, being honest. We would like to do it. We're talking about it. We're working on it. But it's not something we can do at this time. All right?
Why?
Just being honest. So, when these idiots say stuff like, oh, you spend all your money on liquor and WWE champions. Do you understand how much money I would have to be spending to spend all my money on that? I mean, are you stupid? I mean, yeah. If you actually believe that, like, you're out of your mind.
We never said you spent every single fucking cent of your money and financial income on WWE champions. We just say you spend a lot of it on WWE champions.
Like, you're that stupid. Just dunce level. I would have to buy the whole fucking liquor store. What are you talking about? Here's the truth. As you know, I can't stop burping right now. What the hell's going on? I'm sorry. As you know, all right, I do spend money on things. I spend money sometimes on a mobile game. I spend money on things for myself. I now have nice clothes that I wear every day, right? I have socks that I bought for my feet. Can you believe it? I wear socks and I wear nice underwear now, right? I revealed a couple weeks ago that I wear cologne, and people are like, you wear cologne in the house? Why? Well, let's see. Because cologne smells good, because I'm in a dingy office all day with the door closed and it's stuffy as shit, and because I can afford it. If you could afford cologne every day, you'd probably wear it too.
It's not something, it's mainly for other people to smell off of you, though. If that makes sense. Like, I'd wear it for someone, if you know. But can I sit at work all day? You trying to smell good for fucking Jasper?
I'm just saying. But the point I'm making here is, you know, I now am doing well off that I can do things that I used to not be able to do. All right? I'm not spending all of my money on a mobile game. You're out of your mind. Like, do I...
Oh my God! What's up?
Thank you very much to Carl Denson for the super chat, who's asking a simple question: how much to pay ICE to send this pig roach to Canada? Oh, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's it's an interesting question. Jesus, man. I don't think Canada might start building a wall to keep Phil Burnell out. You know, Canada might just say no thanks. We don't want that person here. We've heard bad things about them. That's America's problem. Canada suffered enough. Canada don't deserve that. Like Steve said himself, Canada had done nothing to deserve that. He is near the border, too fucking near. I hear that particular part of the border has started implementing fucking turret machine guns in case Phil comes near it. It's the only part of the fucking Canadian border of America that's protected in case Phil gets too fucking close and gets tempted.
To not be able to do, all right? I'm not spending all of my money on a mobile game. You're out of your mind. Like, do I spend money on stuff? Yes, I do. And it's all well within reason. It's very balanced and you know, fine. The problem is, a lot of you people are idiots, and you just believe the nonsense. Like yesterday, and I don't know, I'm assuming this was a new detractor meme. Yesterday, there was like 2 or 3 people who came into chat, and they were saying that I spent $2,900 over the weekend on WWE champions.
Yes, Phil, and there's conclusive evidence of that because of the things that... by the way, big ups to the doggo. Barrett Wells would love us. If there's something strange in the neighbourhood, who are you going to call? This is some good doggies. I like how one's a ghost. But yeah, if you go to TJ Gamebox's Twitter account, X account, sorry, rather, it's actually $3,058 now. And he has it here. Hello all. Time to address one of DSP's claims. Wales get exclusive offers. 1 litre gives you 2 million scores. When I do a count on this, I usually make sure to minus at least 500,000 lately, but this one shows a 2 million increase.
What's up?
So yeah, apparently this is a first time thing. So yeah, look, TJ is very meticulous with the data he crunches, and when he's trying to figure out what Phil is spending, you know, he's got experience. He knows how to play the fucking game. He's been playing it himself for fucking years, so he'll fucking know and understand roughly what people are spending in the fucking game to get to a certain fucking level in the fucking game.
Oh my God! What's up?
First of all, thank you very much to Ira for a super chat who says Canadian military motto: first time isn't a war crime. Thank you to Hill Denson as well for a super chat who says trade Derek for Phil, then send him to El Salvador. Jesus, man. I was like, these guys are Guatemalan to you. It's just Phil snorting away. Is this code? Fuck me. I don't know. Derek would finally be with Phil forever and ever. That'd be his dream come true. Fucking hell, man. But yeah. So TJ is not just fucking pulling numbers at his fucking arse. TJ knows what he's fucking talking about because he's been playing this game. I'd say he's been playing the game roughly as long as Phil's been playing the game. He's been playing this for years and years and years. When Phil stumbled into TJ Gamebox's fucking clan, or whatever you want to call it, you know, your little faction. So remember, it was Phil that joined his faction back in the fucking day. It wasn't TJ fucking going out his fucking way to try and join Phil's faction, it was the other way around. You know? Carrushin says, don't mean to be doom questioning, I'm not on Twitter so I can't see myself, but I saw somewhere that TJ is thinking of stopping tracking DSP high up his hat. Is that true? I know he's not going to be, he's not going to be exhaustively covering it. He's got his own life as well, you know what I mean? But he, as far as I'm aware, he covers things when he can, you know? He's not going to like exclusively cover these things like massively and comprehensively, you know? But he's, you know, it's just, yeah, he'll do it when he wants to do it, essentially. If he has the time and he wants to fucking do it, he'll fucking do it. And this weekend, he felt like doing it. And so the latest update is $3,058. He had a post a while ago about how, you know, he wasn't going to like hire... Well, it helps as well, I guess, that Phil isn't so... Phil hasn't been on the boards a lot lately compared to before. And that's probably because he's not getting as much tip money before. Phil's income is not just made out of, you know, in the past it was a lot easier to kind of follow Phil's success because it was mainly tips, and those tips usually go straight into WWE champions and they would kind of correlate quite well. These days it's not the case. It's like, I made all this money by YouTube and kicking members and all that shit, and so he doesn't get all that money straight away. So some weekends he's not whaling, and so he won't appear in the top 100. So yeah, and TJ can only even track Phil in the first place if Phil makes it on the top 100. Otherwise it's impossible for him to tell what Phil is spending because it only shows the top 100s in these leaderboards. So, but as far as I'm aware, TJ is, look, he'll do it when he wants to do it, essentially. He'll update Phil shenanigans if time is on his side. So yeah, he's not abandoning it or whatever, but if he's able to, he'll do it, which is fair enough. That's fair enough for me, you know. He's a busy boy after all, you know what I mean? He's got his own life.
If you actually believe that I spent $2,900 on WWE champions this last weekend, you need to immediately go to the hospital, explain the situation, and tell them to get you to the closest rubber room, throw you inside, lock the door, and lose the key.
Can you prove that you didn't spend that much money, Phil? So any evidence you have, Phil, to, you know, prove your innocence would greatly appreciate. You know, your word isn't very reliable, you know. Also, I think you spent more than $2,900. I think it's more than $3,000 now. But yeah, if you can, if you're able to actually verify and debunk these claims in a proper manner, then I might actually believe some of the shit that's coming out of your mouth.
I have never once in my life spent $3,000 on WWE champions. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Do I spend money? Yes, I do. Do I spend $3,000 in one weekend on WWE champions? No.
Why don't you back it up with a source?
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
There's not even, you couldn't even spend $3,000. Like, for example, in that game, if you want to get a character, they have ways that if you spend certain amounts of money, you just get the character. Not once ever in the history of the game has it been $3,000. But this is the idiocy these people make up. They'll say, people will believe, Hogan Lover actually believes that this last weekend, I spent $3,000 on a mobile game, then I went to the liquor store and I spent like $1,000 on liquor. They actually believe that.
Well, nobody mentioned $1,000 in liquor. You fucking just spun that of your own fucking, your own doing. But yeah, most attractors are going to believe TJ Gamebox because they're usually quite reliable with the information they provide to everyone. So yeah. How many times has TJ Gamebox ever lied to us all? I can't think of any other times. How many times has Phil Burnell lied to everyone and admitted he lied? Several fucking times. Including about this very fucking game. You're really presenting a fine defense here, Phil. I'm starting to fucking believe you, I think.
But again, these are from morons who, they listen to the dumbest people. Why do you think someone wants you to think that I spent $3,000 on a mobile game this last weekend? Because you're dumb, you're gullible, and you believe it, and you give them views, and you give them money on their streams. They literally milk your stupidity, and then they're making money on you.
TJ doesn't stream, he has a Twitter account, but he's a busy boy and he fucking just enjoys doing what he's fucking doing every weekend. TJ is not a fucking streamer. So, Yeah, he provides that information. Of course, other people will fucking make content based on TJ's information. They're the ones that will profit from it, whatever. But TJ, he stands to gain nothing from just sharing his information and his knowledge with people. He's just there, and his information is usually quite, you know, he verifies things. So he has showed people time and time again the logic behind his rationale and why he. Oh, fuck it, yeah. Go on, Phil. Please debunk him if you can. But I'm waiting for any evidence whatsoever, Phil.
How do you not understand this? I'm at such a loss that you guys are so fucking stupid to believe this dumb shit.
The person who has lied multiple times to his audience about fucking WWE champions and playing WWE champions and spending money on WWE champions wants his audience to fucking believe him this time about WWE champions. He's only lied to his audience multiple times before about this very fucking game, but he's telling the truth now, guys. For real, please believe him. Why should anyone believe a word you fucking say, Phil, about WWE champions? You are a serial liar. You literally have a track record of lying multiple times about what you do in this fucking game.
Again, I'm not even lying to you, alright? I do spend...
This time? Or last time? Or the next time? I'm not even lying to you, Phil. You lied to us before. With a straight fucking face. You said time and time again that we're making up you playing that fucking game. You said time and time again you're not down from the rafters. You said time and time again that we're fucking just fucking making things up for our own good. And then it turned out we were right all along. And you were lying all along. Phil, please, if you're going to fucking try and prove anything, bring receipts.
How do you not understand this? I'm at such a loss that you guys are so fucking stupid to believe this dumb shit. Again, I'm not even lying to you, alright? I do spend money on frivolous things. I absolutely do, okay? But it's not out of control spending at all. It's all under control and fine. I'm not breaking the bank. I'm not going bankrupt the second time on this stuff. And there's literally no way you could spend $3,000 in WWE Champions in a weekend. There's nothing you could spend it on. You would get any new character, any new event, you would max the event and get the character long before you spent $3,000. So you'd be actually spending money for nothing. You get nothing out of it. Why would you do that? There's not even a prospect of getting something by spending that much in the game. You'd have to be a moron to believe that. But again, these people are morons who believe it. They're that dumb. Here's the thing. Real gambling, you could spend that much. You can't, on a mobile game, they have guaranteed amounts that you spend where you get what you're going for anyway. They've built the game that way so that you don't continuously spend. That you hit that amount to spend and then you get the reward, as opposed to a gambler just keeps throwing money into a slot machine hoping that one of these pulls is going to win and you might never win. With mobile gaming, these games have built that you're going to get it anyway. Like, for example, what was a couple years ago, the Street Fighter game, right? The Street Fighter game, what was it? Street Fighter Duel it was called or whatever? Same thing in that game. Once you spend a certain amount, they guarantee you the pull. So you spend a certain amount, you're going to get the character you want anyway. So when these idiots say this dumb shit, it's because they don't even understand how the games work, because they want to spin it in a way that you think the most ludicrous, out there nonsense. That's just not true. But for God's sakes, believe it. Keep living your fantasy. Your weirdo fantasy, where you think that it's like such an amazing thing that a YouTuber like Darkside Phil spends $3,000 on a mobile game. Literally not in the entirety of that fucking game did that ever happen. $3,000 in a weekend on an event. You're out of your mind. You're insane. It's called the pity system, I guess, but that's what they did. That's how they all have it. Like, all mobile games have that now. Maybe some console games don't. Like, you know how console games have Ultimate Team or whatever pulls? But in all these mobile games, they're all like that now.
Well, I'm convinced. I don't know about you guys, but I'm super convinced.
Anyway, moving on from the $2 or $1.99 Hogan Lover Super Chat. How ludicrously stupid. Jalen with a $2 Super Chat says Canada's national animal is the beaver. Oh, that's right.
Oh, for God's sake. So, I think so. I think that's to that. There we go. We got to the bizarre tariff confusion of Phil Burnell. He doesn't understand tariffs, and he still doesn't understand tariffs. And then he had a big meltdown about TG Game Box. Poor TJ. Poor TJ probably wasn't expecting that. You know, that vicious fucking, you know, amount of sodium coming his way. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing TJ's response. I'll tell you that. I'm looking forward to that. Jesus, man. Dragonism says, note that he doesn't say the account is not his anymore. It's just incredible how every single fucking claim we had against Phil Burnell, we said he was lying to his audience. He said he wasn't, and then lo and behold, it turns out he was lying. So yeah, no shit. Anderson's asking if TJ does reply, please share. Definitely. If TJ does respond, then of course I'll be happy to share that at the start of the following bingo, whatever he does respond. Anyway, guys, let's go to live DSP and see how he's doing, shall we?
It's weird. Seems like all these games have this mini game now before you can play. It's called compiling shaders.
Oh, Phil, that's so fucking funny. Oh, I might have to laugh at that later on. Phil is currently on $41 so far of his $150 goal. He's hoping for this brand new game to bring in the big megabucks. We'll have to wait and see what happens, I guess, but I'm not going to stick around to fucking find out. I'm going to fuck off out of here. So yeah, let's go. Let's just be going with that guy. Otters. Our precious otters to end this stream, end this bingo on a robust high note. Fantastic stuff indeed. Guys, thank you very much for joining me for some bingo antics. I do hope you all enjoyed yourselves tremendously, so not jazz. Well, look at that wee otter there. Go on that rock. Climb up on that rock and just bask, or you're just going to swim again. Swimming. A little cute little bastards. Guys, I'm going to wrap things up there, as I said, you know. Oh, they're having a hug or a fight. One out of two. Either it's a very aggressive hug, and one's dead. Drown, you bastard. Fuck me. Even the fighting is cute, you know? It's like you could probably make big megabucks on like fucking like, you know, USC otter fights, I don't know. Because it's so damn cute. But anyway, fuck it. Anyway, thank you for joining me for some bingo antics, not jazz. I do hope you all had a good fun time and all that jazz. Well, yeah, I'll be back tomorrow for some more bingo antics, of course. Phil will return, and I'm sure we're going to hear about how horrible thing, you know, today was. Yeah, looking forward to covering. Hopefully, TJ will respond soon, and we'll get to see TJ's response as well to Phil tomorrow at some point as well. But I'm going to end things how I always end things by playing Notorious PIG contributions made by the supremely talented Pixar Animations. I just seen as well. Broside Phil shared a screenshot from the stream today. And it's just Phil doing that. It's like, why? It's just so weird. It's so fucking weird. Oh, bloody hell. There you go. Yeah, I'm going to end things there. Is Broside Phil still streaming? Is he still streaming? Hold on. I need to know something. Go away, Phil. I don't care if you're streaming anymore. Broside Phil still streaming. Guys, I'm going to redirect you to Broside Phil stream.
Let's get...
He is still going. So yeah, I'm going to redirect you to the Broside Phil stream. Make sure you say hello to him when I redirect you guys there, okay? So guys, I'm going to disappear now. I'm going to enter also in by putting Notorious PIG contributions, maybe it's pretty talented Pixar Animations. I do hope you all enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, and I'll catch you all tomorrow with some more bingo, but until then, enjoy Broside Phil's stream, and I'll catch you all later. Goodbye.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, "I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower?" When you're showered in money. When you go outside and all of a sudden greenbacks start falling from the sky and you raise your face up, you're like, oh, you start dancing, you go, oh, money, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, yeah. Money, oh, money, yeah. Money, yeah. Money, oh, money, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, yeah. Money, oh, money, yeah. Money, and it's gone, just gone like that.